On today's Part of My Take, Dungeons & Dragons, we are back with Timm Woods. If you are listening to this right now and you want to watch it, go watch it everywhere that we post these videos because we did it on a green screen, but it was awesome. Probably our best Dungeons & Dragons yet. We are on vacation right now, but we taped this for everyone at home. Timm Woods, Nick Turani, me, Hank, PFT, Jake, all of us going on an adventure that took us so many twists and turns, great jokes, great laughter. It's the best. We love doing these episodes, and we are brought to you by our friends at DraftKings. We're excited to announce our partnership with DraftKings Sportsbook. DraftKings will be our one-stop shop for all things betting. This week, new customers who deposit $5 or more can get a no-sweat bet up to $1,000 on any sport. What's a no-sweat bet? It's just like getting an offensive board. Miss your first shot, you get another chance to score with a bonus bet back. You can also follow what all of your favorite Barstool personalities are betting on by joining the Barstool betting group on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code TAKE. New customers can get a no-sweat bet up to $1,000 if your first bet loses. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code TAKE. The crown is yours. Do it right now. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use that code TAKE. New customers get a no-sweat bet up to $1,000 if your first bet loses. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code TAKE. The crown is yours. Also follow us along. We'll be betting all the time. DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Part of My Take, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Go sign up right now. Use code TAKE. New customers get a no-sweat bet up to $1,000 if your first bet loses. Today is Friday, February 16th, and it's time for Dungeons & Dragons, so let's kick it to ourselves in the world of Timm Woods. Welcome to Part of My Take. Today is Friday, February 16th, and it's Dungeons & Dragons time. We are sitting right now with Timm Woods, PFT, Jake, Hank, and our good friend Nick Turani, Greg.
Thank you for having me back.
With how many G's?
2 as normal.
Okay, 2 G's with Greg.
G-G-R-E-G.
Yes, G-G-R-E-G.
Yeah.
We're all dressed up. Tim, but I gotta take off the helmet. I can't hear anything.
That's how it is.
Big Cat's wearing a helmet right now.
I can't hear anything.
Oversight.
I couldn't hear shit.
Tim, you arrived in full costume today.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
And you look awesome.
Appreciate it.
I'm very excited about this. You thought about bringing your sword on the plane.
I did. I looked up whether TSA would accept foam swords. They do not. And so
Foam?
I held on to my foam blade back at home. Didn't get to bring it, but I'm so honored to be in the presence of Andoril, the Flame of the West, right now.
Yes.
Got the sword here. Nick just got from the ANA studio. So Tim, I want you to get out of here on time and make your flight. I know it got
Yes.
delayed, but also I don't want you to get out of here too on time because I want you to have to get onto the plane wearing that full costume.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I think if it's necessary, I will board the plane dressed as a ranger. Yep.
So we're taping this in mid-January. If you are listening to this right now, you should also watch it because we're on the green screens again. So we're going to do all the graphics, the full immersion, and Tim is going to take us through an entire adventure. Let's first start with everyone saying what they're dressed as, and then we'll start with Tim taking us down the path. Okay, so Jake, what are you dressed as?
Hello.
And what's your name?
My name is Cake the Elven Wizard.
And what are you dressed as?
Cake the Elven Wizard.
Oh, okay.
Hell
nice.
yeah.
Nice.
Absolutely.
You look like one of the old cartoons, like the Mickey Mouse. You know what I'm talking about?
The
Like
Fantasia, where he
Fantasia.
was the brooms,
Yes.
the
Yes.
Magician's Apprentice.
Blue-
Yep.
blue hat.
Foster Reuben stuttered.
Definitely
Yes.
good vibes.
One of their theme parks used to have a giant blue hat.
Okay, so Greg, Nick.
I'm Greg, the Paladin, and I'm dressed as George Washington.
You look
Famous
great.
paladin, famous
Yes.
historical paladin. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, get the powdered wig. I like the look.
Thank you.
What, Megan did your makeup?
She did, yeah.
She did a really good job.
Yeah, she's
great.
good at this.
Really good job.
Megan making up.
I am Wayne, the Hill Dwarf Bard, and I'm dressed as I guess I'm dressed as Hillary Clinton, complete with a weapon and everything. So I'll kill you.
You didn't have jeans on when you had the loincloth on for the first time?
No. When you watch the YouTube version, actually, we did the 3D modeling, and Trey came by, and I put this like leather garment in between my thighs, and so my ass is just going to be out on
Whole
YouTube.
ass.
Yeah,
Love
whole
it.
ass.
I love
Full
it.
ass animated.
Tim, what are you dressed as?
I am going to be the dungeon master, but I'm dressed in my ranger fit, courtesy of Felon Fair, my LARPing group that I LARP with, and this is my favorite costume. Right now.
Hell yes.
With the cloak, it is, I think, a good like dungeon master type fit right here.
Okay.
How big is a LARPing entourage?
The LARP that I went to a few years or last year was over 300 people.
All right, we got a LARP. I've LARPed before.
LARPing is great.
It's so much fun. So, yes.
Absolutely. It's like very Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I was an archer. It was so much fun. Yeah.
They do like the entire battles and stuff.
Yeah.
You
Mhm.
camp out for
huge
days.
battles.
It sounds like we should do this.
We should absolutely do it this summer. All right, I am Norm, the human barbarian. I'm dressed as a firefighter, gay firefighter.
Firefighter stripper.
Yeah, they spend like I didn't get a helmet, I didn't get a walkie-talkie, I didn't get a hose.
Why the firefighter?
I don't know. I think the text went exactly. I was like, Max was like, I need your costume. And I was like, what's everyone else being? And Max said, Nick is George Washington. I said, cool, I'll be a fireman.
Yeah, hand in hand. They go hand in hand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
We should do the next one as the village people.
Yes, we should. But yeah, I had the helmet on. I couldn't hear anything, so now I got the bucket hat. So
A
I'm
little
a,
bit of a Chris Christie vibe.
yeah, I'm a yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The pants don't really work. I'm a firefighter who's like going through NFL training camp.
I like that.
Yeah.
Who was that guy the Eagles drafted a while ago? Pretty much that guy.
Are you talking about Tony
Max.
Danza, the kicker?
No, Max, who's the firefighter that you guys took in the first round that retired after like 2 seasons?
Okay, Max doesn't
doesn't
know.
know.
Not
He's
fake fan.
not a real
fake
fan.
All right, Pat
or Tom.
Yeah, something Irish. Okay, Hank.
I am Ehrlich, the eyes wide shut warlock.
Whoa, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I also ordered a costume on Amazon. Thought it came with a beard, but it didn't. So I had to improvise and found this mask.
You have a beard, though.
I do have a beard, but not a wizard beard.
Yeah.
And even though I'm a warlock,
You should have
fine.
shaved and put on a fake beard.
we don't have.
That's the same length as
That's
yours.
the issue.
Yeah. Okay, so Tim, take us away.
Now, I do also just want to say, in honor of all of the weapons and stuff that we brought, it's just occurring to me right now, and I don't want to forget, I'm going to give each of us one magic item for everything that we have here. For Ehrlich the Warlock, for the Needler, I'm going to be giving you a wand of magic missile. It looks exactly like the Needler, just fires pew, 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 little missiles at enemies. I'm giving you, Norm the Barbarian, armor of fire resistance.
Yes.
There you go, 100%. I'm giving Wayne, the bearer of Andoril, Flame of the West, a +1 longsword, and I'm giving +1 daggers, a pair of them, to the paladin.
Yes.
And Cake, I am seeing that you got some good robes there, so you're going to have a +1 robes of protection to add to your armor class
Safety
there.
first.
Everyone's got a little bit of magic items this time around.
I forgot one thing before we start. Truce?
Of course, we're in this together.
I don't plan on killing any of you.
I don't want to kill anyone.
Team first.
I want to put out
The
fires.
team, the team, the team.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Truce?
Of course.
Wow.
Bash Brothers.
Okay, let's go.
It's cool that Hank got a weapon that shoots needles and Jake got robes.
Jake, I'm so sorry. I didn't see any swords or anything, so I did the best I could.
You pretty much told Jake, like, you're wearing a condom all the time.
Defense championship.
Protection is very important.
Yes.
Absolutely. Now, I do want to say that it has been so cool this year getting to run so many games for the AWLs who have reached out to me. And I know, I got to say in advance, I did promise all the AWLs that the adventure that I've been running for them all year was going to be the next adventure I would run for you guys. Except that something happened this year that is very big in the D&D community. We had our biggest video game ever come out, Baldur's Gate 3. It has won all the awards. It has become this huge video game. And so we are going to play today, in theory, if we all want to,
Yes.
a Baldur's Gate themed D&D game.
I trust you.
I love that.
Absolutely, 100%. It's going to be a little bit different, and I don't think anyone here has played Baldur's Gate 3, but I did do a poll on Twitter, and apparently a lot of AWLs and AWs I've run games for are definitely like big fans of this game, so I think they're going to like some of the references.
What
Can we go back to calling them alls?
Owls,
yeah.
the owls. Yeah.
So Baldur's Gate, the video game comes out. What, like, in terms of the community, where, like, it's just like everyone's talking about it?
Everybody's talking about it. I'd say it's bigger than D&D itself right now. It has gotten so big.
Bigger
it's
than the
so
game.
exciting, and it's all based off of the D&D rules. So it's literally the exact same game, just played on a computer, and I cannot recommend it enough. It's the
Holy
best job
shit.
they've done taking the game we know and love and turning it into a video game experience. It's made it so easy, because now I go into games, and a lot of people are like, I do Healing Word, and I'm like, tear in my eye, like, yes, you do. You know it from the game.
Yes.
So it's kind of cool.
And the soundtrack rocks too, right?
Oh, it's very good. It has an amazing soundtrack, great characters. We may even meet some of them. It is also a very sexy game. It is a horny game in the extreme, and
sexy
I
guys.
can't recommend it enough, 100%. You can do anything in the game, and that spills over into more than just combat, is what I will say.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Live action.
Yeah, absolutely,
Okay.
100%.
Jake, I like your robes.
Absolutely. They're going to come in
your
handy,
sword.
maybe. Who knows?
Yeah,
George Washington.
They
let me-
prevent diseases as well. just so you know,
what those wooden teeth
deciding
do,
My first turn, I'm jerking off.
Absolutely, 100%.
George Washington would give the worst blowjob.
Yo, you could pop the teeth out.
That's true. Yeah, wooden teeth. Just gummy it up.
What president would suck the best dick?
James Madison.
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
Yeah.
no. What about
Silver tongue.
Lyndon B.
What about
Johnson.
wouldn't
BJ.
wouldn't it be Reagan because he's been taught by the best?
Oh, yeah.
True.
I think he's the best at getting head. Well, maybe Clinton.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, Tim.
Absolutely, 100%.
Actually, Obama, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I saw the tongue
limo.
cross in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Larry Sinclair.
Now, our adventure today is going to begin in a different spot than usual. We are already in the middle of the action because we have been abducted.
What?
In the world of D&D, our last memories are that we were just in our local city having a good time, maybe leaving a bar or something like that, and then suddenly, in the sky above the city, as people began screaming and pointing up, we saw a giant ship of some kind hurtling through the air above us. It looks like a giant nautilus, like those underwater creatures with tentacles that kind of form like a spiral shell. And as this ship moves through the air, tentacles are coming down out of it. As they reach down towards people, everyone who gets touched by one of the tentacles just vanishes. As we're trying to run away, our last memories are of one of the tentacles reaching down, touching us, and we are gone.
Sounds like the smiley face killer.
Absolutely. Suddenly, we are waking up in some sort of glass tube. Each of us is aware that these tubes seem to be embedded in the wall of a giant flying vessel of some kind. We can feel ourselves moving through space, and it seems as though the walls of this ship are biological. It's giving us very like xenomorph alien vibes. The walls themselves are growing tentacles. They seem to be pulsing, and we are waking up one by one, all of us still with our gear on us. We have our armor, we have our weapons, and we are just now coming to as the ship seems to be bouncing around and shaking, and there are explosions happening. This is all we know. What would we like to do right now?
Wait, so we're in test tubes.
We are in test tubes.
Are we in one tube or are we in separate?
Great
tubes?
question.
We're in Wuhan,
Separate tubes.
China.
You can see your companions in other tubes as you're waking up. Each of you is in your own tube. You're also noticing there are 6 other tubes. Seem to have other individuals in them whom you do not recognize.
Are they liquid-filled tubes?
They're not liquid filled. Such a good question.
Oh,
Just
that is a
air.
good question.
Thanks, guys.
Great question.
Absolutely.
I think we got to get out of these tubes.
Absolutely.
Or is there a way where we can try to figure out who is in the other tubes?
You certainly can. In the other tubes, but without even getting out of your tube, you can clearly see there are 6 other tubes. 3 of them are filled with, there are 3 men, 3 women in the other tubes. Who are you most
Good
curious
ratio.
about right now?
Yeah, that's pretty solid,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, PFT, which one are you most interested in?
I'm interested in the guys.
Absolutely, 100%. Who you care about more? Yeah. You are aware that of the 3 guys in test tubes, one of them is clearly a wizard of some sort, wearing wizard robes and a hat. He's a human, but otherwise looks very similar to Cake. There is another one who is dark-skinned and seems their eyes are open and they're kind of still like comatose. And you notice he has a stone eye that keeps moving around of its own accord. And then there is an elven man with white hair and extremely pale skin.
Pete Carroll.
What about the chicks?
The chicks are, there seems to be a...
Slow down on this one. Go in detail.
Absolutely. First of all, everyone here is super sexy. All 6 of the test tube people, they're all super hot. And even the ones with low charisma. And so the elven woman, first woman, has a long black braid that is all bound up going almost down to her waist.
If I may,
Yes.
dibs, boys.
Okay, all right.
Absolutely.
That was fast.
She seems to be wearing the robes of a cleric of some kind.
Oh,
and
nice.
if
You got a nun,
want
too.
to-
You got a nun.
Damn, dude, you're gonna have to go to church.
Now, however, if anybody wants to who's looking at her, you can make a religion check to see if you can figure out what god does she follow, what god or goddess. Because there's gods of like, as we would know them, but there's also gods of war, there's gods of death, there's all kinds of different
How
gods.
interested are you in this chick?
It's a
Greg?
sex
Yeah.
god.
You want to know? You want to know what God you?
No,
worship?
no, I don't want to learn
think-
about a chick's past, man.
You think she's saving herself for marriage?
Definitely.
Damn.
Yeah, we don't care what God.
Absolutely. No worries.
It's all one God.
Yeah.
Next woman is a red-skinned woman with huge
Commander.
black horns growing out of her head. She is a big, muscly woman, very clearly a barbarian, similar to Norm. She also seems to have fire coming out of her head and like racing all over her skin.
All right, dibs.
It's all you, bro. Yeah.
Dibs.
All you.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm
100%.
taking her for A-Rod. I'll give her A-Rod. Yeah.
Absolutely. The final woman is not an elf. She has pointy ears and sort of greenish skin, and we are able to recognize it, especially the people with high arcana, like our wizard and warlock, that this is a race called a Gith, or Githyankai, as they are sometimes called among themselves. They are, in theory, people who come from another world entirely, a warrior race. So while she's not as big as the red-skinned horned woman, she is clearly some kind of warrior. She's wearing armor of sorts.
Are
Similar
they,
to
are
a
they
paladin.
real or not real?
Sorry?
Real or not real?
The people in the test tubes, they seem very real, just as real as us. They're starting to
they
wake
firm?
up a little bit.
Are they firm? Are they supple?
Oh yeah, they're very muscular, very tight.
Tiny
fur.
petite. Tiny petite.
I would say the elven woman with the braid is a little petite. The
Okay.
Gith woman is medium, and then the tiefling woman with red skin is a big muscle.
Big
hobby.
woman.
Big
Okay, I like that.
Want to get out of these tubes?
Yeah, let's get out of these tubes.
Absolutely,
Get the fuck out of these
100%.
tubes.
Who would like to try to get out of the tubes first? In theory, I'm wondering
let's
what
go in order.
strategy
Yeah,
would
yeah.
we want to use. Yeah,
Let's go in order.
absolutely. Now, how are you trying to get out of the tube? Doesn't seem like there's any way to open it from inside, but obviously you could try something. You do have a wand of magic missile.
Is there anyone outside of the tubes that
Nobody.
are keeping us
Oh,
inside?
great question. The only things we see outside the tube are there is some sort of big basin in the middle of this circular room and one door of sorts. And as you're looking, like it looks like a door out of this room, but there's no handle on it, and it's a shape that weirds you out until you realize you've seen shapes like this before. It's a sphincter door.
Oh.
Like a butt?
Wait, I have a question before you go, Hank. I'm the strongest one here, right?
Yes, that is
Okay.
true.
Could I break out of my own tube?
As well as the paladin.
Could I break out of my own tube and then break my boys out?
Yes, you absolutely
Should we do
could.
that?
Now, I
You're
would
just trying to
let
impress
you-
the chick.
I would let
I
you
was
raise-
gonna ask to do an insight check to see if I can sneak out of the tube to get you guys out discreetly. Because what if you breaking out wakes up? the
Okay,
car?
all right, yeah, let's
Arm?
do that. Yeah.
Okay.
I
But just
will-
for the record, Big Cat could.
I could break it out, but you don't want me to. That's fine.
I probably could too. I mean,
I
got spells and
don't
shit.
know. I don't think you can break all of them.
You have
spell.
a
Tim,
wand
who's
of magic
stronger?
missiles and other attack spells you could try here. In terms of physical strength, it's Norm
it's a
first,
no-doubter.
and then Greg the Paladin right after that.
But like, let's keep it low key. We don't know who put us in these tubes.
Yeah, try your sneaky way. Yeah, do some finesse offense. I'll play
Insight
man
would be-
football.
Insight would be the skill for reading someone else's like expressions and motives. If you're trying to do something sneaky, that would be stealth. Unfortunately, I don't know if there is a sneaky way that you can do this. There doesn't seem to be any lock that you're seeing, but you could try to do a sleight of hand check to look for handholds to push this open potentially. If you have, do you have the sleight of hand skill by any chance under your skills? Probably not.
No.
Then you would
Stealth.
just have a +2 on
like
this.
you
You
don't
could give it
really
a try.
have
That's really the only quiet thing
is
you
his
could
character much of a reader?
Yeah.
a little bit, not so much as cake, but
So he doesn't do
yeah.
anything great. kind of.
Makes infernal deals very well.
What's the
but
old
that's about it.
saying? You're only as strong as your
Weakest link.
weakest link. Okay. Go ahead.
All right, I'll bust out. Let me bust out.
Absolutely. Are you trying to like bust out with your fists? Are you trying to look for handholds?
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. I love it.
Very discreet.
Roll
yeah,
a
I'm glad you
very
went instead of
discreet,
Big
yeah.
Cat.
roll 2d20s. You fire off 2 Eldritch Blasts.
That would be a 2.
Ooh, that first one is just kind of ricochet around.
That'll be a 1.
Oh,
okay.
what a blast.
The first beam ricochets all around the test tube and doesn't break it open. The second one also ricochets around the test tube and then hits you
Oh, no.
back for 7 plus, I know you add plus 3 to your damage. I'm marking you down as having 10 points of damage right now.
You just hurt
Erlich.
yourself, bro.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, hey guys, is it okay if I go first?
Erlich, good attempt.
What does happen? Now, wait.
Now that's his turn.
Okay, so I will break myself out and then break
Absolutely.
everyone else out. But a question, like, if I'm breaking Erlich out, is that going to hurt him more?
Potentially, if you were to, for example, get a 1, somebody could get hurt.
All right, so why don't I break me out and then I'll get the 3 of them and then we'll
Yeah.
decide.
Because you called a truce with Hank, so you don't want to hurt him.
I don't want to hurt him,
Yeah.
so we might leave him in the tube.
Absolutely.
I might not make it out of this tube.
Now, if
You
you
can use your blast.
Your Eldritch
Needler.
Blast, man.
if you try an athletic check,
Sperm have said exactly
whichever
that.
D20 you feel is luckiest.
Okay.
That's these dice right here.
Get my eyes on this.
Absolutely, that's a good one. And I'm
You
gonna.
said that for any.
For sure. So, you got me, 100%.
Wait, actually, I like this one.
That's also a good one, 100%.
nice.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel
Yeah,
good.
we'll do this one.
Absolutely. You do think that if you were to rage, you would get advantage on this roll. I would let you rage against, even though there's no enemies, I would let you rage against this tube.
Okay.
Well, that's not fair, but
That's a 12.
That looks like a 12 to me. Mhm.
Yep, so now I
And then you roll one more time, just see if you do any better than a 12.
Good roll.
Okay.
Oh,
18. Okay. Now an
That's how
18,
you roll.
That's such a
18
good
plus
roll.
7 is a 25 total. Now you needed a 15 or higher to bust out. So with a 25, I'm going to say you bust out of your tube. You shatter this almost like biologically grown glass-like material. It's even harder than glass, but you send it shattering through the air. You take no damage, and I'm going to let you climb out and free 2 of your companions. They could be your companions. They could also be the 6 sexy people in the test tubes
yeah.
also.
Which one did you have dibs on?
Black braid, dude.
I have played
don't cuck
Baldur's
me
Gate
while I'm
3
in the tube.
multiplayer, and dibs is very important for romancing.
So
people.
can if hypothetically speaking, Tim, I were to break out black braids, the other gentlemen in the tube, they can see everything that's happening.
Yes,
right?
they're all waking up. Everybody can see what you're doing. Yep.
Okay.
They
I
can
was
kinda
supposed to be an escape from
from inside the
reality.
tube. But
As a team player, I'm going to break out Erlich and Greg.
absolutely,
Yeah, thank you.
cool.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Very
Erlich,
cool.
you get broken.
Wait, no, sorry.
Oh, what the?
Who's that?
I'm
Wayne.
Wayne. I'm gonna bring out
absolutely.
Wayne and Greg.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's my bad.
That seems right.
Never
100%.
breaking out Erlich.
Absolutely. You force open the test tube that has Wayne and
Greg.
Was it
Yep.
absolutely 100%?
Greg
So
Washington.
you two are, or you 3 now are free.
Fuck
Well
yes,
done.
boys.
Absolutely.
Let's have a little fun.
Yeah.
Can we put cake in the same tube as Erlich?
What? You would have to open up his tube and his tube to do that, as far as you can tell, unless you have a magic spell that allows you to teleport. But that's a 5th level spell. You don't have that yet.
Okay. All right, so it's me and the boys right now.
It is you and
we're
the
hanging.
boys right
We're all the
now.
boys.
I think I might. Should I just get the girls out? Like that's
Yeah.
that's
Well,
good. It's
you
3
might
and
want to
3.
get Jake out too, because we could use him to maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you guys made
Protection.
it
What?
for
Scare
me.
the hose?
No, but you always need. Like,
It's your
he's-
highest level spell.
He's a perfect wingman.
All right, I'll let Jake out. I'll let Cake out.
Absolutely. How would you like to get his tube open? Are you just using your muscles, or are you trying something else?
Let's see. I'm looking at. I have sleight of hand.
You do have sleight of hand. I would let you, especially from
pick the lock?
outside. It's
Yeah.
easier. You can pick the lock from outside. Go ahead and roll a d20 plus your sleight of hand.
Okay, so this is D20.
That is a d10. You want a d20?
The one with 20 on it.
Shut the fuck
So
up.
much for this truce.
My name's Erlich.
With a 1, I am sorry to say.
I'm
you
sorry,
are
Cake, I
trying
tried.
to force open this tube, and you pull, and you're like picking it. You're trying to like force it open, and you give it another yank, and you accidentally stumble backwards toward the big basin of weird goo in the middle of the room. As you're tumbling towards it, you realize something. It has things swimming around in it. I would like you to make another roll. This is a dexterity saving throw to avoid tumbling into the basin. There you go.
19.
You start to pinwheel your arms a little bit. You're about to fall in. All the weird tadpoles inside begin to congregate near you, like they can, almost like a little piranha getting, like as you're getting closer and closer to water, and then you catch yourself, you don't fall in.
So it's a bunch of goo filled with little tiny tadpole.
Little tiny tadpoles.
Got it.
Since
is there
you
an
noticed
odor?
this, I would let you real quick just make a history check to see if any memories are coming back to you as you look at these tadpoles.
It's called the spank bank. Yeah.
It is viscous, this goo. What did you, did
Nine.
you roll this
Nine,
one?
yeah.
9. And do you have history as a skill by any chance? You
Yes,
do.
we do. +4.
Okay, with a +4 and a 9, with a 13, you suddenly get a flash of memory. And anyone here on their turn can make another history check to try to remember more. You suddenly get a memory of when you were in the tube, somebody opening up your tube, and you were like, no, give me 5 more minutes. And they like grabbed you. They reached into this basin, took out one of the tadpoles, went to your eyeball, and the last thing you remember was the tadpole leaping into your eye. That is all you know.
Pregnant.
On in this place.
And you have just freed Cake. Cake, you are out.
How? Wait, all the boys are out?
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
free
No, I'm
Cake.
I'm so sorry. You tumbled and did not manage to not fall into the tadpoles. I knew you succeeded on something. I forgot you had not gotten
I tried to
this
get you in,
tube
Jake,
open.
It's all right,
So, yeah.
thanks.
Yeah.
Who would like to go next?
Quick break from the action to shout out our guys at Game Time. Game Time, the exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. You shouldn't have to worry when you're buying tickets to your next big event. Game Time is a fast and easy way to buy tickets for all sports, music, comedy, and theater events near you. Listen, buying tickets can be frustrating. Sometimes, the seats you want aren't there. Sometimes you can't rely on the second party app. All these things, though, are solved with Game Time. They have the best deals, the best prices, the best seats, all at Game Time. And there's last-minute tickets, flash deals, zone deals. They're obsessed with finding ways to help save money on tickets. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the start of the event. And even an hour after it starts, it's the place to find last-minute seats. Find exclusive flash deals and sponsored deals on tickets for football, basketball, baseball, concerts, comedy, theater, and more. With zone deals, you pick the section and Game Time picks the seats for an average of 18% savings. And the Game Time guarantee means you'll always get the best price. If you find tickets in the same section and row for less, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code PMT for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code PMT for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guarantee. I've used it for everything: baseball, hockey, basketball, comedy, music. Game Time has it for the people. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, the lowest price guaranteed, and use that code PMT for $20 off for your first purchase. Okay, back to Timm Woods. I think we'll just keep going down the line.
Boys, I think we're bugged. I think there's something behind our eye.
Would you like to make a history check?
I would love to make a history check.
Absolutely.
What do I roll for that?
To be a D20, and as a paladin, you would have a +3. That's the D20. Bingo right there.
19.
19 plus 3 is a 22. You get a much more vivid memory. First of all, you know you've been tadpoled as well. In fact, you know every one of us has been tadpoled. We have had a tadpole inserted into our eye. It has crawled behind our eye, and we think it's burrowing into our... You can almost feel something in your brain.
The vaccine.
Around.
It's a metaphor.
Motherfucker, they microchipped us.
You also get a memory of who did this. A figure looking you dead in the eyes. A squid-like head with 2 eyes, a big sort of cranium dome, and 4 tentacles hanging down where
he
its
Italian?
mouth
Yeah, is he
should
short
be.
Italian?
This is not an Italian. You think that this, with that history check, is a creature in the world of D&D who creates biological flying ships known as a mind flayer. Mind flayers are one of the most dangerous and well-known monsters in the D&D universe.
Stranger Things.
Exactly. So, Jake, thank you. They are the villain in Stranger Things, and they are also one of the big villains in D&D. You know that in D&D, mind flayers tend to be more humanoid-sized creatures, but still have amazing mental powers of mind control. You also know that tadpoles are how they reproduce. They insert tadpoles into other people and turn them into mind flayers.
Men, we're turning into mind flayers.
We are turning into mind flayers.
And can I do something right now?
You can, absolutely.
I'm going to rip out my eyeball.
Ooh, yes. Go ahead and roll me.
Wait, rip out mine too.
Can I rip out his too?
Who would you like to try first?
Wait, but would we not see after that?
In theory, if you got
You
one
get one
eye,
first. Yeah.
you know you'll get disadvantage on ranged attacks due to lack of depth perception, but that's
all
all.
right, I'll keep my eyeball.
I'm ripping out my eye.
Absolutely. I would like you, first of all, to make a wisdom saving throw to see if you can do this without flinching.
Okay, what do I roll for that?
A d20, and you get to add +4 to this.
15.
15, that is enough. With a 19 total, you are not flinching. Go ahead and just roll me 1d20. You're not getting disadvantage now to yank out your own eye. +5 on this.
11.
11 + 5 is a 16. Are you just reaching with like Kill Bill?
I'm using one of my 2 daggers.
Oh, you take one of your magic daggers.
Yes.
That's going to give you an
Show
extra
us.
+1 on that. Yes. With a 17, because you're using the daggers, you are able to reach in behind your eye and pop it out.
The chicks see?
The chicks do see. You see them like, oh. And the priestess with the braid, she's just like, avoiding her eyes. The big red-skinned woman with the horns is like, she's looking and she's giving you the thumbs up right now.
It works every time.
The Gith woman is just nodding and very impressed with you. Your eye pops out, and we can see, as you look around, a little wiggling tail behind your eye. Now, I'm going to tell you one other thing is occurring to you. You do think that with that history check, better yet, it wiggles in your mind, you can feel it moving, and you hear a voice suddenly in your mind. Stop. Leave me alone. I can offer you power.
You do love
I
power.
love power.
I could give you the power over others.
Well, let's be careful with George
control.
Washington.
Mind control?
Yeah.
I like mind control.
Your mind is being controlled.
You can feel and they can see the tail of the tadpole is starting to disappear into your brain. You have a choice. Do you try to get it out now, or do you let it go?
Who has the smallest hands of the group?
That would be Ehrlich,
But he's
the
in the
gnome.
tube.
Tube. Damn.
I mean, you just ripped out your eye.
Good for
Are you
you.
just gonna like rip out your eye? and then
Right, and then just nothing comes from it. I got to pull out this tadpole.
Absolutely. You
Yes.
can go for it. Roll me another d20 to try to pull out the tadpole.
So wait, I just might be eyeless with the tadpole still?
You might. Mm-hmm.
1.
Oh, no.
Whoa, no! Absolutely. Forget it. You reach in and you're like digging around in there. First of all, I didn't give you damage for just ripping out your eye. That'd be a whole d12 right there. 12 points of damage. And then as you're fishing around in there, it's another d12. 3 more damage. So right now you have taken 15 points of damage. Your original hit points are 52. So minus 15 is going to bring you down to 37 left. I am sorry to
Got a
say.
lot of self-inflicted wounds going
This is,
on.
the boys are going through it.
You see all the people in the test tube just like, like one of them starts like gagging a little bit. The very pale elf man is just like, oh goodness. And he like averts his eyes. It's pretty grisly. Blood's pouring down your face right now. Absolutely.
what do the chicks think?
The chicks actually, both the tiefling woman with red skin and the Gith woman are both like, ooh, and they kind of look at each other and they're like, are you seeing this? This is very
Did I just
impressive.
embarrass myself?
The two of them are very impressed.
Oh, okay.
They really like it. Yeah.
Ooh,
The
okay.
priestess, not so much. She's pretty grossed out, it seems. Yeah. And Cake, you are out of the tube right now.
What a turn, boys.
Do.
You know, I want to be a team player and get our full team out of the tube.
Absolutely. What
You guys don't want me to?
No, I want you to come out. All right, let's leave him. He'll figure it out.
No.
All right.
Now, I would say you do have not many skills that would get people out of tubes, but you do have a knock spell, which would
Can we
open
kill
one
the?
door
Can we kill the
automatically.
bad people?
Sorry?
Can we kill the bad people?
In theory, you know that there are 6 other people in tubes. You don't know if they're good or bad. You know that there's all these weird tadpoles in the middle of the room in this basin, and there is a sphincter door leading out of here. You know that this ship must be controlled by evil mind flayers, but you don't see any of them right now. And you would also be like, it's kicking in like, wait, I think they put tadpoles in our head.
All right, so let's get out of this area.
Absolutely, 100%. As you start to, do you start to head for the sphincter door?
Yeah.
Wait, he's
right.
not out of his tube yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. So, Cake, you,
I thought I'm not out.
You do have one spell that could open up your tube if you want to cast that. Otherwise, you can try to force it open, but that would be very difficult to do.
Yeah, I don't think I'm strong enough for that.
Absolutely. So you cast the knock spell. Is that right? After all, is that right?
I don't see that.
I'm giving you the knock spell. Actually,
okay,
I realized I forgot
perfect.
to give you that, and that would
Thank
be a
you.
spell you would definitely have as a wizard. So
Thank you.
in theory, you're seeing all of them really working hard to force these doors open. You just cast a spell. We all just see his test tube opens on its own.
Ooh.
And now you can climb out, and you can start heading for that sphincter door if you want.
Yep.
So everyone is out now except Ehrlich.
Oh.
And as you head for the sphincter door, you don't see any kind of handle or any other way to open it. Are you doing anything, or are you just walking right up to it?
I'm saying I'm better than you. I'm getting through this door.
Absolutely. As you think that thought, suddenly it opens up, almost like
That easy.
responding to your thought.
Yep.
You can see in the next room, there is another sphincter door beyond, and there is a humanoid figure lying on a table whose head has been cut open and their scalp removed. Their brain is exposed right now.
Question. Does this humanoid figure have any extra eyes?
They do not. No, this is a human. of
We need
some
to get me
kind.
an eyeball.
We need to find you an eye.
I'm so
dude.
sorry. They have two eyes.
Oh, okay.
You can take one
Hey,
of them.
yeah.
And if you think they're alive, as best you can tell,
Is the one I removed from surgery destroyed beyond repair?
I would say so. Yeah.
How would you describe Ehrlich's eyes? Are they really good? Like, are two of his eyes
Beautiful.
You'd have,
Almost
you'd
too
have
much?
to open me up.
Actually, he has an ability as a warlock called Devil's Sight that lets him see in magical darkness and like can see
I
further
want
than
those
anybody else in darkness. They're great eyes, actually.
I want
yeah.
those
Fantastic
eyes real
eyes.
bad.
Absolutely. And in theory, those are the eyes that are available. Kate,
Yeah.
you actually hear another different voice coming from out of that room, but it's another telepathic voice in your mind. Help me! Help me! It seems like you think that telepathic voice is coming from the body, but it's not moving at all, this body. And that was you breaking out with your action and moving into here. Ehrlich, that would bring us around to you again.
Let's go, Hank.
Let's just reset real quick. Let's figure out what's going on here because
Yeah.
our minds are being controlled by some sort of tadpole that
Right.
they put in us. So we're all like zombies right now. So what's the goal? Do we want to get everybody in that room out, or do we want to just get us out and then try to roll up to like the front of the ship?
I would like to get the tadpole out of my mind. I don't want to be a sheep controlled by the big tadpole like these fellows.
Well, no, he got. Did you? Oh no, you're
Yup, burrowed in deeper.
So yeah, I would like to get the tadpole out.
Absolutely. As you start to think that thought, your tadpole speaks up. Oh, but you're someone who likes power. I can offer you control. I can offer you mind reading. It is trying to tempt you. That much is clear. As someone who has made deals with devils before, this would be another deal.
That didn't work out for me last time. I just get it out.
Absolutely, 100%. How are you going to try to get it out?
Can I a light crossbow?
You could shoot a crossbow into your own eye. That would probably destroy the tadpole, but
It could
would
hurt
also
him?
destroy your brain.
Oh.
Most likely.
No.
Need that.
Wait, but there's another brain in that other room. If this gets damaged, it's backup.
Your first move's going to be suicide?
I do like how you just said light crossbow. Like that.
give it a
Not
shot.
the heaviest
I mean, that's
crossbow.
the thing. Yeah,
Give it
definitely.
a shot,
The
Hank.
second move, he tried to shoot his way out and hit him in the ass, and then he's like, "Might as well shoot myself then."
It's over.
Give it a shot, Hank.
I'll point out you don't have a knock spell like the wizard would, unfortunately.
Oh.
I don't really know what to do here. I can't go over 2 on trying to get out.
Absolutely.
Can I persuade it out of my mind?
You can try that if you would like.
You sounded pretty encouraging there. I'm gonna do that.
Absolutely. 100%.
That was
Go
what
ahead
you
and
picked
roll
up?
a d20 plus 5.
16.
16 plus 5 is a 21. As you try to think, get out of, what are you saying to it specifically? And just get out of my mind?
Yeah, leave.
Absolutely leave.
Go back to your home.
With a 21, it begins to laugh at you at first. Haha, you can't make me go anywhere. I'm burrowing deeper and deeper into your mind. The only one who could get me out is the person who put me here. Now, he didn't need to tell you that. You just got him to spill some beans.
Whoa.
Can I ask who put me here?
Don't you know that already? Don't you remember? And then he feeds the memories back into your mind, the memories you had forgotten. The Mind Flayer, the tentacle-mouthed creature that was holding a tadpole, and you saw it right before it went into your mind. It was like looking up at you like, yes, let me at that brain. Leapt into your eye, crawled past into your brain. The Mind Flayer might be able to remove it again, potentially.
Can I ask where he is?
He'll even tell you that in like a mocking way. He says, trying to fly the ship right now, it seems. And then we feel the ship bump, and he goes, but it sounds like someone is making it a little difficult for him. And it seems like the ship is under attack in some capacity, as best you can tell. He is assuring you that the Mind Flayer right now must be at the front, the helm of the ship, trying to steer it at the moment. You could ask him one more question if you have another question.
Who are these other guys in the tube?
Oh, interesting. Yeah, just other adventurers who have been picked up in your city. Who are you most curious about?
The redskin.
The Redskin, absolutely. The Mind Flayer says, the tadpole in your head says, just give me a moment. And suddenly you feel your mind connect with the red-skinned tiefling woman. Now, you're a gnome who made a deal with devils. You recognize that this tiefling woman has descended from devils. She is like part human and part devil. And suddenly you get visions of her past. Her name is Karlak. She is a warrior for the devils of the 9 hells. When we went to hell and fought devils there, she is one of the soldiers we might have even fought while we were there. And she is kind of dumb a little bit. She's a barbarian, and she's kind of like, hey, how's it going? What's up? She's kind of a bro, and like just here for a good time. But she doesn't even know how she got here, really.
And I can talk to her?
She looks at you, and you know she just got some of your memories as well. She connects with you, and she goes, and you know that she's signaling that, like, you know about devils same as me. And in fact, it may be that your patron is also her boss. She fights for the generals of the 9 hells, and your boss is almost definitely one of the generals.
So we have a lot in common.
You have a lot in common, 100%. And she waves at you. Kind of like very excited.
All right, so good turn, Hank. You're still in the tube, and you still have a reptile in your brain.
Yeah, you met a dumb chick.
Absolutely. That would be your dice roll now, and the tadpole did not agree to leave. You don't think he had to, unfortunately.
That was his first choice.
That is going to bring us to Norm next. Norm,
Okay.
what would you like to do?
What are we thinking, boys? What are we thinking?
We got to get up to the front of the ship, I think, right?
You think so?
The sphincter's already open, right?
Sphincter's open. We can see the next room. We can just go right through this room to the next sphincter door, or we can. There's a voice that only Cake heard, and there is a visible corpse with its head sawed open.
Should we get a cup of goo just in case?
Yeah. Get a cup of goose. So then, what do we want to take? Should we let him out?
So he's, I feel bad for him.
Will it waste my turn if I let him out?
It would be your action for this turn, yeah. You know, I'll let it be your bonus. Actually, it can be your bonus action because you're raging already, yeah.
Oh.
So this way, you can do a frenzied attack with your bonus action, and you'll still have another dice roll.
Okay, and what do I need to get him out?
You just need a 15 or higher, and you have advantage on this still, so you get to roll 2 times, and you have a +7.
Higher. Man, I hope I get a 15.
So you need an 8 or higher on the
I hope I
die.
get an 8. 4.
No, but you have a second roll if you want.
Does he have to?
He doesn't have to, no, 100%.
But wait, if he wastes this action, we can't get a cup of goo?
No, you'll still be able to. This is all just the bonus action.
All right, so I need an 8 or higher. I got a 17.
That is enough. Absolutely, 100%. You are able to, boom, yank this open.
You remember that.
Now, because you got a 24, I would also let you open 1 or even 2 other tubes if you want. At least one.
Well, he's got mind control with the redskin, right?
Good.
Got a mind connection
want
going
that.
on.
Commander, sorry.
Yeah.
We can use the devil.
Okay, well let's get her out, and then who else?
What about Greg's chick?
No. Oh,
She doesn't really fuck with me anymore after
yeah.
the eyeball.
Eye situation. What about what
She
are
was
the other?
shallow.
What are the 3 dudes?
There is a pale
yo!
with white hair. There's a guy who
Ratio's
looks like
already
a wizard,
bad.
and a dark-skinned guy
We're
with
not gonna get it anywhere.
a stone eye.
I kind of like the mincy eye.
Yeah, the Stone Eye guy?
Eye?
Because then at least you have someone that you can sympathize
to.
with. Yeah. You got a buddy. All right, let's get the Stone Eye guy.
Absolutely, 100%. First of all, you open up Carlack's tube. Carlack comes out. Oh, thanks so much. It's so good. Oh, goodness.
She's already annoying me.
I'm
Can I put her
dying
back
in
in?
there. And as she comes out, her skin all bursts into flames. I really had to get that out of my system.
Oh, she farted.
Hot flashes.
Ass.
Oh, good. I didn't want to do it while I was still in the tube.
Oh.
And,
Push her in the goo.
and then you yank open the tube with the guy with the stone eye, and as he comes jumping out, he says, "Oh goodness, thank you so much. We have to get out of here somehow." And then he looks at you, Ehrlich, and you hear him connect in your mind, and he says, "Hey there, are you a warlock by any chance?"
Sure am.
He kind of tries to do this behind his back. I'm gonna roll to see if any. Okay, that's a cocked die right there. I'm gonna re-roll that. That's just enough that only you see it, Ehrlich. He conjures up a little bit of fire in his hand so that only you can see. It's an Eldritch Blast. He's a warlock too.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
Wait, so I had
It
one
says his
more.
name's Will, by the way.
What a Billy.
I had one more action, right? Can I rage puke the tadpole out?
You can try. Absolutely. Go for it. You're gonna rage puke. I'll give you advantage on that.
Okay, all right.
100%.
I'm gonna rage puke the tadpole out.
+4 on the Constitution.
2.
2 is not gonna be enough. I'll let you roll one more time.
18.
18 +4. With a 20 or higher, you try your best to rage puke out the tadpole. The tadpole starts shrieking at you. Wait, I can offer you power. Do you still try to rage puke it out?
I think one of us got to get this tadpole out, right? Just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the fucking tadpole out. Rage puke.
Absolutely. I'm gonna allow it 100%.
Yes.
And then it goes flying out of your mouth into the basin, splash, and it begins swimming around.
Oh no! Can we catch it?
Oh yeah, you can try to catch it. Go ahead and roll.
Yeah, let me catch it. Let me catch that. We
You can
tadpole.
puke this
Grab it.
thing out?
Hank can catch it.
If you get a 20 or higher, yeah.
What the fuck, man?
By the way, this is not a true in the game, 100%.
Nick, you probably should have thought of that before you took out your eye. 19.
19, you catch it in your hand.
Okay.
And immediately it tries to race up your arm to get back into your body.
No.
It is doing a pretty good job.
No!
It's like the mummy, except instead of going under your skin like the scarabs, it's just quickly moving up your arm
No!
and it's trying to get back in through your eye. Roll another d20 to try to stop it.
Oh no. 13.
13 +2 is just enough. You catch it in your hand.
God.
It's wiggling around. I'm just going to roll, and as long as it doesn't do super well, it can't burrow. Nope, it doesn't burrow into your hand. You've got your tadpole clenched down.
All right, so we
now.
got a tadpole, boys. We got a tadpole.
100%. Love it. Absolutely.
Does he feel any different?
Yeah, do I look,
you
do I look
feel-
skinnier?
You don't know, but in theory, your
Puked
thoughts
a
are
lot.
more clear. And that's
Okay,
true.
yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
the amount you puked, 100%. You're feeling pretty good,
Nice.
and you're feeling hungry now. At
Yeah,
this
okay,
point.
okay,
Absolutely,
cool.
and you're looking good.
All right.
I have a question for you. So I have a +5 on performance here. One thing I know about like lizards and amphibians, they've got ears that like connect directly to their brain. Could I sing a note so high that the vibration of it kills everyone's tadpole?
You have kind of a counter charm ability, and that's similar to what you're describing. I'm going to let you try that. You can make a perform check to play like the, not the brown note, but the worm note, as
The
it
worm
were,
note.
that will
Okay.
destroy worms.
I'd like to destroy every worm except for the one that Norm has in his hand because I feel like we can
Yeah,
interrogate
we're gonna
now.
test it.
I'm going to say this, though. You don't have a way to control unless, you know what? If you try to cover up your worm as much
your
as
worm.
possible,
I
but we don't know if you did a good job covering it until you already try this.
Okay.
So are you willing to take that risk?
Yes, I'm willing to try.
Okay, absolutely.
Pathetic
That is
roll.
not enough, unfortunately. I'm sorry to say that you try to play the note,
Yeah.
and you hear your worm and all the other worms, including the one in your hand, start like bopping out to the music, and all the other people still in the test tube start like bopping out. Their worms are enjoying the music as well, and they start like trying to hold their heads. It's obvious the Gith woman starts freaking out. She's like, "Oh, get this thing out of my head!" And suddenly we remember Gith really don't like mind flayers, is what I would say. You.
I've always said that.
All right. Should we?
Typical gift.
So is that my full action?
I'd say actually that's your bonus action. You can do an action still.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So for the real action, I feel like we got to go through this door. We got to see the guy that's got his head cut off.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that
As soon as
guy.
you start even looking in that direction, you hear, help me, please. I'm in the head. It's me. I'm the one in the skull.
Okay. I think we got to rip that one out. That's like another worm that we can have.
Okay.
Or do we experiment and
That's what
put
they
more
want.
in?
Or is that what they want us to do?
What if we put your worm
Yeah.
into the guy's head with the other worm and see what happens? Maybe they'll fight each other.
A damsel in distress disguise.
I'm down.
They're trying to.
You want my worm?
Yeah,
Trick us
yeah.
into
Can we put
getting
his
out.
worm into the other guy's head? And
Absolutely.
See what these worms do.
As you start to approach, make a knowledge check real quick for me. This is a Arcana check. You have a +4. Okay, with a 15, you notice that the brain that is visible at the top of his skull where it's been sawed off looks swollen. It looks like it's too big, and it wiggles slightly.
JFK.
You think it's somehow alive, this brain
Okay.
here. And you could grab his worm and try to walk over with it.
Here,
Should I do that? Okay, I'll take the worm.
Careful, cover it up. Cover it up.
I'll
Cover it
walk
up.
over with it, and then I'd like to hold it right above the other person's brain to try to lure the other worm out.
You hold it there. The worm in your hand. First of all, roll and make sure nothing bad happens when you take the worm. Okay, that's a 17. Nothing bad happens. You got the firm grip on the worm. The worm starts to reach towards the brain, and then it stops and goes, and kind of goes limp, like it's like, forget it. And then you realize that brain is wiggling so much, like it's trying to climb out of the skull. You don't think it's an ordinary brain at all. It doesn't have a worm in it. It's something else entirely. And suddenly, with your 15 before, you remember, mind flayers make creatures called intellect devourers that look like little brains that crawl around on 4 legs. You think you get a glimpse of a little leg inside that skull. Let me out! Let me out, please!
Okay, so that brain is actually its own creature.
It's its own creature.
Okay.
Exactly right. You are realizing that just barely with a 15 now.
All right.
And it seems like the tadpole doesn't want to go in. There's no tadpole in there right now, and your tadpole isn't interested. It tries to get back into your brain, and you're holding a
Don't
firm
let it.
grip
Okay,
on it.
all right.
In fact, do you know this? Even though you have a tadpole in your head, this other tadpole is trying to still get into your head.
Okay. All right. So is it Greg's turn?
I would say you have approached it, but you haven't done an action yet.
Oh,
You
okay.
tried- It just kind of went limp, the tadpole, and this brain creature, this intellect devourer, is saying, let me out of here.
All right. So do we want to get the brain? Should we get the brain out?
We should
Trust
carry the
him?
brain.
He's
Yeah.
made by the flayers.
It's not a brain at all.
You
It's a
know
beast.
that this is a creation of the mind flayers.
So we ignore the brain.
Eat it.
There's another sphincter, right?
Or do we
There is
kill
another
the brain?
sphincter you can
Do
walk
we
right
kill the
past.
brain?
I want to throw something in
We
the
might be
goo.
hungry.
Should we throw the brain in the goo?
Throw the brain in the goo.
We could throw the brain in the goo.
Yeah, let's throw the brain in the goo.
Absolutely. So you go to reach and pull it out. You can make an acrobatics or sleight of hand check to try to pull this
I've got
brain
plus
out.
5s.
Yeah, absolutely. You're great at this. That is a cocked die. I'm going to ask you to re-roll that.
You're right.
There we go. Ooh.
No, it's a 2.
You try to get the
Rigged,
brain out.
D&D rigged.
You start damaging it. It tries to help you. It's giving you a reroll. Ow, you're hurting me. Try one more time. It's trying to. Uh-oh.
Roll with authority.
With
Yeah,
with
shut up, Hank.
with only an 11, it starts to scream, "You're hurting me! You're hurting me, brothers!" And suddenly, from the ceiling, a brain with 4 legs drops down onto the ground. On one of the walls, suddenly crawling out of a nearby orifice, another intellect devourer comes out. They are closing in on you.
Sorry, guys.
These
This
two
This is bad vibes here.
intellect devourers, and I'm going to roll them into initiative. They're going 1, 2. They're going right now after you. As they run towards you, one of them is going to suddenly shoot out a blue beam of energy towards your mind and misses. You kind of dodge out of the way of that beam. Then the other one fires a blue beam towards you. Unless I roll a 1 on this, and then they go after Cake. No, okay. Cake was the only one who was possibly close by. No, they both miss you. Well done. And they're racing towards you, firing these blue beams of energy. Then the other one, the one who you were trying to free, tries to climb out. He frees himself. You see his legs rip out of the skull. He pushes himself free. He lands on the ground and begins growing tentacles out of his body. He shoots a blue beam out at you and misses as well.
Wow.
You're dodging and ducking and weaving all of these beams. You don't know what they would have done, but they don't look good. And that is your turn at this
Good
point.
turn.
Bringing us to Greg next.
We're going to get back to D&D in a second. It's brought to you by Visible. Draining a half-court buzzer beater to win the game, not easy. Switching to Visible and saving on wireless with no hidden fees, yeah, that's pretty easy. Switch to Visible, the wireless company with nothing to hide, and get one-line wireless with unlimited 5G data provided by Verizon. Just $25 a month, every month, taxes and fees included. One-line wireless, just $25 a month, taxes and fees included. Visible is the wireless company with nothing to hide. That means they have no hidden fees, no gotchas. Unlimited 5G data powered by Verizon. Bench wireless with hidden fees and switch to Visible. Rate with service on the Visible plan. For additional terms and network management practices, see Visible.com. Switch now at Visible.com. D&D is also being brought to you by Topgolf. It's golf. It's not golf. It's Topgolf. I love Topgolf. It's one of the coolest places to go hang out, whether it's a date, a group of friends, family. It's all good at Topgolf. Even if you're not a good golfer, go to Topgolf. You'll have a great time. It's guaranteed. Great food, great drinks, great golf. If you've never heard of them, they have all the stuff to make them legit golf, like balls, clubs, turf, and even a ball picker upper cart thing. But they're very much not golf too. We're talking loud music, giant targets, heated bays, and unbeatable food and drinks day or night. There are a lot of big sports moments coming up soon, especially in March if you're into college basketball and baseball. So if you want to catch the games as you play, Topgolf is the place. Since they want everyone to play, they just launched half-off golf Monday through Wednesday when you book in their app. All you have to do is book a Monday through Wednesday in their app, and you are going to get half off the golf. Of course, even they have some rules. Half off golf Monday through Wednesday applies to gameplay only, isn't offered at the Vegas venue, and it's only available when you book in their app. For full details on the offer, visit topgolf.com/PMT. For a limited time, get half off golf every Monday through Wednesday when you download and book in the app. For full details, visit topgolf.com/PMT. That's topgolf.com/PMT. And now, here's more Dungeons and Dragons.
Boys, this is a team game. Should we run? Through this, let's run through the other sphincter.
Yeah, we might want to run.
We're going to beeline towards the other sphincter.
Yeah,
I will point out they will follow you potentially. They could follow you. You don't know that they will or not, but they could follow you through that sphincter door. Well, you could just keep running full speed and hopefully outrun them.
They were very adverse to the worms, right?
The worms weren't interested in the intellect of ours, it seemed. Yeah.
Do we know who's the slowest amongst us?
That would be you and Ehrlich.
Ooh, okay. That's a surprise.
Yeah. So I'm strong. And
Who's the shortest?
Damn. You are actually barbarians. Have extra
That's
speed.
That's a hell of a combo.
Wow,
strong and fast. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to run to the sphincter.
Absolutely. You run to the next sphincter door. They're turning and watching you, these brains on legs. And as you run for the sphincter door, it's just shut right now.
I have a popper with me.
Absolutely. Okay. As you throw it at the sphincter, it just suddenly and it starts flapping a little bit, like it's real loose right now. And as you see through that sphincter door, you can see more people on slabs. There is also creatures flying around in here. There is a hole in the wall, and you can see flames billowing through the hole in the wall. And outside, it is just a landscape of fire outside.
Okay, it's bad room. This is a really bad room.
You can see another
Remember, I'm a firefighter.
tunnel leading out of here.
I am a firefighter.
There's a tunnel?
Absolutely. There's another tunnel leading out of here. There is a console in front of the three people who are on slabs. Their heads are not sawed open, and there is some sort of machine that they have been positioned around in three equidistant spots, forming a triangle around them. And then in front of the first one you can see, there is a console with 3 buttons and 3 symbols. You cannot read what the symbols are.
I'm going to press one of the buttons.
Absolutely. You run up. There is a left button, a middle button, and a right button. What button do you press?
Boys?
You can also try
You mean
to translate the symbol, but...
What button do you think?
Left.
Left?
Oh, first thing that came to my mind.
Middle.
Left.
You press the left button, there are sparks on the machine, and each of them shakes a little bit, the 3 people on the slabs, but nothing happens. Make an Arcana check to see if you know what might have transpired right there. This is just a D20 plus 0.
6.
You don't know exactly what transpired right there, but that button didn't seem to really do anything. There's a middle button and a right button still.
And I have another action.
You have that barely count as an action.
Oh.
Just pressing a button.
I should press them all at once.
Yeah, yeah.
You can press all three. as
My
well as
forearm?
action.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
What's that?
I'll press all 3.
You press all 3. So which one do you press next?
I use my forearm and press them simultaneously.
You press them at the same time. Absolutely. Immediately, they all sit up and in unison say, attack, attack.
Oh, no.
They have wires coming out of their head, and then all of a sudden, they instantly spark and die before your very eyes.
let's go.
Well
Beat 'em.
done. Absolutely.
Another notch on the belt.
I gotta say, I'm mad that Baldur's Gate doesn't let you press 2 buttons at the same time. That was freaking genius.
Thank you so much.
That was really good.
Oh.
You did the boom right there. Absolutely.
Love it.
And so immediately those 3 figures just fall dead to the ground, and you can see that there are these creatures flying around in the air. They look like a creature that you have seen accompanying Erlich. They look like imps, little devils that keep swarming in, Lola the imp, swarming in through the cavity in the side of the wall. They are looking at you, they hiss, and they begin getting ready to swoop down. They're going to do so after Erlich's turn, but not before. And so we've got some imps, and then we've got intellect devours that are going to be going after Wayne's turns. Devour.
Got a lot going on,
A
boys.
lot going on.
Absolutely. Now, that was only your bonus action. You still have an action right now if you would like to do something else.
I will heal myself, please.
Oh, yes, absolutely. You can use your Lay on Hands ability, and you have at level 6 up to 30 points. You could just give yourself half of those, 15 points,
Yeah,
and you'd be
let's
back
do
up to
let's do
full.
15.
100%. You put yourself back up to full hit points, and you
My
start,
eye doesn't grow back, does it? No.
actually roll me a d20. If you get an 11 or higher, your eye grows back.
Oh.
10.
Yes. No eye. Keep him
Your
eyeless.
eye, but
tiny
it's
little eye.
milky.
Wait, I have a real
and
milky
white.
eye?
100%.
Oh, gross. It's like
Will the
oozing.
warlock we freed goes, hey, pretty cool look.
Yeah.
Gives you a
A real milky eye.
Absolutely, that milky eye, absolutely. And that'll bring us to you next, Cake. Cake, what would you like to do?
I would like to sacrifice my eye and give it to my friend Greg.
No, I just got my milky.
Don't
My
we need your eyes.
God. Jake, great
He's got a
job.
cool look.
Wait, I'll take it.
No, he's got
But I'm
a
the
cool
smartest
look.
one. I could go without an eye, right, Tim?
I guess so.
Yeah.
You would, yeah.
Makes perfect sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I'll let you. I mean, in theory, you'll still have like trouble like seeing things further away. But as an elf, you have naturally good perception, so that'll just kind of counteract it.
Yeah.
Maybe go ahead and roll. You can either surgically remove the eye and give it to him, or you can use your magical skills, and that would be Arcana. That's probably better. Go ahead and
Okay.
roll a d20 plus Arcana.
All right.
It's magically.
12.
12 plus 5 is 17. Now I'm gonna let you roll a d20. Are you taking this eye from him?
I'm refusing the eyeball.
It's not a match.
Is the eye already out? Did he take his eye
Tell
out?
him you're refusing it before he takes his eye out.
That we're both without.
What? You didn't ask if I wanted your eye.
Yeah. No consent.
Good call. You've removed
tried to
your
heal me.
eye.
I hardly
Oh,
know
he
you. That's a
doesn't want
really
it.
big gift.
So what am I doing now?
You're holding your eye.
Oh, I lost mine too, and I'm just.
It is out. I'd let you try to reinsert it, but that would be another Arcana check.
All right, let's do it. If he
Absolutely.
doesn't want it, I guess
Roll
I'll
me
take
another
it.
Arcana check. This is all just your bonus action, I'll say.
17.
17 plus Arcana plus 5 is absolutely enough. As long as you got a 20 or higher, you reinstall
Okay.
your eye. Basically.
So I tried helping my teammate out. He didn't want the help.
It's your bonus
selfless.
action right there.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah.
what would you like to do with your action?
I have a +7 investigation. I'd like to learn maybe more about those 3 things we killed.
Absolutely. Sorry, the 3 figures who were on the
Yes.
slabs, 100%. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
1.
Oh no! As you are trying to investigate it, you like reach for some of the wires and try to like examine them. Immediately, sparks begin to fly off. I'd like you to roll a d20 dexterity saving throw to see.
11.
11. And you only have like a +3 at best. That was not a 15 or higher. Kate, we're going to be taking 2 of these d8s, 10 points of lightning damage from the cords
Unbelievable.
as they electrocute you. That's going to bring you down to 28 out of 38 hit points. Fortunately, you are one of the squishiest among us. And,
That makes sense. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And so that was your action, trying to examine that. Erlich, you are the only one still in the tube.
No, I got him out.
That's right, 100%. Apologies, I didn't mark,
Oh, sorry,
not mark
'cause
that down. You were out of the tube.
I need you to give me credit for that.
We did.
Absolutely, yes.
I would like to give Greg my eye.
Just this is Secret Santa. I love it, 100%. And so go ahead and how are you doing that?
Light crossbow.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say using a light crossbow bowl. It's really good.
What can your guy
to
do?
pop it out?
The light crossbow.
Hank stopped reading his sheet after
He's
it
got
said, like,
one
crossbow.
move. Yeah. And he does it well.
Are you trying to fire the light crossbow or just take a light crossbow bolt to pop your eye?
Pop it out.
Pop it out, absolutely. This will be a sleight of hand
The
check
light
then
one,
in
yeah.
that case. Yeah.
Okay. D20.
Yeah, D20 plus like 5, I think.
Oh, I got a 2.
You okay? No, you are definitely hurting yourself. I'm sorry to say. That was you said yep, light crossbow. So I'm gonna give you the light crossbow damage on that, but not double it. That's just 5 points of damage in all. Ehrlich, that's gonna bring you down to 30 out of 45. You're at two-thirds of your health left, and that was your action. Anything with your move or bonus action?
Bonus action, just do it again.
Try it one more time.
I'd let you try it again.
Yeah, try it again. Get that eye out.
All right, let's try it again. Can
Absolutely,
I try
you
the
can try it
short
again.
sword this time?
Yes, that would be a better weapon for doing that. 100%.
had a sword the whole time?
What's your attack bonus with your short sword?
Damage 1d6 plus 2.
What does it say right before that? D20 plus
1d20 plus 5.
5. Absolutely. I'm going to give you advantage on this since you're using a melee weapon as opposed to, improvised.
20!
20!
Hey.
Amazing! 100%. You are popping your eye out, and then the moment you do, it flies out and hovers in the air. It turns to you, and your patron says, "You're closer to me than you've ever been. How did you get to my section of the 9 hells?" It's speaking to you through your eye, your patron. And he says, "I'm sorry, did you tear out your eye for a reason? Did you want to give it to someone? I'll help you."
Yeah, I'd like to give it to Greg.
It flies towards Greg. Greg, this eye isn't even, he's not even asking you. It's just flying towards your eye socket, and with a critical hit, it even grows like the optical nerves like tentacles.
Hell yeah.
Hits you in the eye and crawls in, tearing out your regrown milky eye and replacing it with a gnomish eye. What color are your eyes?
Blue.
Blue. So you got this new blue eye.
Oh, yeah.
And suddenly you can see in the dark when you shut this eye.
Thanks,
you
man.
can
Matt's
see in the
shirt is
dark.
actually
cool.
100%.
What a good friend you are.
Yeah,
Ehrlich.
that's huge.
Absolutely.
That was awesome.
Well done. Good
Okay.
move right there. I like it, Ehrlich. Norm, that is going to bring us to you next.
I feel the vibes. I feel.
Well, now Hank doesn't have an eyeball.
Wait, no, hold on. See,
I got a rage pig. All right.
I feel the vibes are really high right now, and like everyone's helping each other. So I want to help.
Give me your eye, man.
No, I want to. The stone eye guy, he's been stuck this whole time. So I want to take Ehrlich's eye and swap it with the stone.
Okay, absolutely. So Ehrlich's got one eye right now. You're
Yeah, I
going
want
to
to take his
one
eye.
remaining
I'll put
eye,
a stone
absolutely.
in his head, and then our stone eye guy will have 2 eyes.
Do you tell him I'm getting you an eye, or do
Yeah,
you
it's
not
like, yo,
preface
bro,
this?
I'm gonna get you an eye. I got an eye guy.
He starts to already say, like, I actually don't. This is part of a deal that I made with a. It's not important, but this is okay. And he's not even asking you to stop. You can absolutely
Yeah,
take Ehrlich's
okay.
eye if you want. Now, Ehrlich, are you letting him do this?
No, I'm just gonna do it.
I just want to make sure you're resisting this. Is that right, Ehrlich?
Nah, he can have
Yeah, all
it.
right.
Okay,
What's an eye?
Nice.
Just roll an athletics check and you have advantage
12.
on this. Okay, 12. You have one more roll
Oh,
if you
okay,
want.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
already
yeah.
going to be enough though, but let me see if you crit.
Was it cocked eye?
It is in theory that did look kind of like a cocked die to me. So let's roll it again. Yeah. Okay, so we'll ignore that 6. We'll take the 12 plus 7 is a 19. You are able to tear his eye out.
Awesome.
And then you are able to bring it over to Will. And Will keeps waving his hand. He's like, I really don't need this
Nah,
eye.
Will. Nah. You're taking
mean,
this eye, bro.
I suppose as long as and he pops his stone eye out.
Yep.
It floats there for a moment, just like Ehrlich's eye did. He takes Ehrlich's other eye, inserts it in, and goes, I mean, this is pretty cool, I guess. And he
Yeah.
looks around, I can see in the dark. Thank you. And he just pockets his stone eye.
doesn't
Oh,
and
you
he
know,
was-
I need that. I need that.
You want it?
Yeah, I'm
Well,
gonna put it in his head.
but make a persuasion check on him right,
All right.
now.
We need that stone.
You gave him an eye and he pocketed his spare?
He says, I didn't know you wanted this
Dickhead.
stone eye.
3?
He explains a 3. You actually have -1 on persuasion. With the 2, he says, I can't tell you why, but I need this stone eye. I can't give it to him. Now, Ehrlich, do you say anything? I let you talk as a reaction, even though it's not your turn, to say something here. And you're blind right now, so you're just kind of trying to look in the direction you hear the voices.
Can I do a hellish rebuke?
You haven't been attacked. The only
I mean, you
person
just took
can
my
hellish-
eye out.
The only person you could hellish rebuke is
You
Norm.
told me to. You said it was fine. You need to get that fucking stone, dude. That stone has something to do with
It
it.
was something mystical.
The
in
fact that he
stone.
pocketed it is a bad thing. Get that stone.
How can I get that stone?
You could either try to swipe it from him.
What about the?
or
Can I do
a
the
mage
bow?
hand?
What about the bow?
You could use Mage Hand. That would give you advantage on swiping it from the crossbow.
like crossbow.
You also could try to persuade him. Norm tried, but only got a 2. You could try
bad
to
at
tell Will, listen,
I want
need
him
that
to shoot the
stone eye.
crossbow blind.
Yeah, let's do a light crossbow. I'll try and shoot his
I'll let you
pocket so it
try
hits
as a
the eye
reaction.
and-
Sure.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah,
You're trying to
hits the-
fire at Will? Is that right? The
At his
guy who will
pocket.
give you his stone
hits
eye?
You're trying to hit him
Out
in
of
the
it.
pocket
Yeah,
without
hit
Hit his
eyeballs.
stone eye.
Out
Is
of
that
his
right?
pocket,
Out of
yeah.
his
Can a
pocket?
crossbow penetrate a stone?
No, it hits underneath
If it-
the stone and then pops out of his pocket.
If it critical hits, yes, I will say it knocks it out of his pocket. It won't destroy the stone for reasons we may get into, but if you hit it, then I will say it knocks it out of his pocket.
All right, what do I need to hit it?
I would say you need an 18 or higher,
His
and you have
no
a
eyes
plus
is gonna shoot.
6 bonus
believe.
on this.
13.
13. Well, sorry, you had a 13 on the die. Is that right? Plus 6
Yeah.
is going to be
Yeah.
a 19. That would be enough, but here's the problem. You have disadvantage because you are blind right now, and you are firing in the direction you can hear the voice. Roll one more time and take the lower number. So far, you're succeeding. If you can get another 13 or higher, you're good. Or
20!
Absolutely. So you do take the lower number. It's not a crit, but you shoot your light crossbow. It hits his stone and tears a hole in the bag he just tried to put it into. It falls out. It doesn't like a critical hit would have made it fly through the air. It falls out. It starts rolling, and I'm going to roll. If I get a 6, it's towards you. It's directly towards Ehrlich right now. Ehrlich, I would let you try to roll to scoop it up, but you have disadvantage. But before you do that,
Trying to scoop up a stone as a blind guy.
you would roll 2 times to take the lower number. I'll just take Norm. Were you trying to scoop it up first, the stone eye, or you let it roll towards him?
It might be heavy. He's
I would
strong.
rather you get it. I'm
All right, I'll scoop it. I'll scoop
Absolutely.
at a disadvantage.
I'll scoop that
Can't
shit.
see.
What do I need?
Really just a 15 or higher. Yes. 14 plus your athletics is enough as long as Will doesn't beat you. Will's running for the eye. That's a cocked die. Not enough? Nope.
Not enough.
You grab the eye. So you currently have it. Ehrlich's looking around on the floor.
Yep.
Will's like, I need that. That's part of a deal that I made with someone, and it's very important. If I don't have that eye, I could get in huge trouble. And you see him try to like point at you, like I need to, and fire begins to build up in his eye, and then you see it flicker and die. And he tried to conjure fire in his hand, and it just flickers and dies away. And he looks at you, please, I need that.
No, I got that.
Yeah,
now.
that's ours now.
Yeah.
Absolutely, you got this stone eye. I'm gonna roll to see how upset he is now. No, that was a cocked die. Let me see. No, he's just angry at you, but he's not lunging to try to
Okay,
grab it.
okay.
From
Yeah. That's a
you
right
problem.
now.
That's right. Yeah, that's
Absolutely,
right.
100%. Norm, you still have an action. I'd say. What do you want to
All
do?
right, what do you guys want to do?
I think we should fuck up these brains that are crawling after us.
Okay.
You absolutely.
Yeah,
could.
let's fuck them up.
100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, go ahead, piss.
As you are raging already, you can run up to one of these brains. You attack the brain that crawled out of the head, or you attack one of the other 2 brains.
Wait, say it again.
There's one of the intellect devourers crawled out of the skull, and then there's 2 others that crawled out of the ceiling and out of the wall.
Just quick question, because PFT, maybe I'll lean on you to tell me which one we want to attack. But how could I kill Hank?
Yeah, so I was thinking.
now?
So Hank's gone. I have
You
fireball.
could. He's blind.
I
you
have-
have advantage.
I have fireball. So if you want to do something against Hank, now's a great time. Then on my turn, I
Wait,
can
back to
let's
back.
not kill him.
100%.
Let's just
We gotta
turn
go-
him into like a welcome mat. Let's take off his legs and arms.
Yeah, okay, all right. So take off his legs and we got to go fast.
Absolutely, 100%.
right.
So are you going reckless on this
Yeah, I'll
attack?
reckless.
100%.
Yeah, yeah.
He's blind. That means you get to roll 3 times and take the highest number. 14 so far.
10,
And
20.
that is not a cocked
That's a
eye.
20.
That
20,
is a
wow.
natural 20 right there. Absolutely.
Close call.
With a critical hit, you're almost like lining up the shot, like everyone see this, and he's like, I can't find my glasses. And like you just are going for the decapitating blow. You're using your great axe. That's 1d12.
Oh, yeah.
But since it's a critical hit, it's 2d12. You get to roll all
Nobody
of
tell
that.
Nobody
nobody
again.
tell
all his
Hank
arms
until
and
it's his
legs.
turn.
So-
again.
wait, you're dead, man.
That's
7
and then
plus it's just those 2. So
Okay.
7 plus apologies. No, you're using a great sword or a great axe?
great sword.
Okay, then my mistake. You would actually be rolling this 2 times. So 9 so far, and then roll again. 9 plus 8 is 17, plus another 6 is going to be 23 damage. He's down to 7 left.
Okay.
And then you can roll a second attack if you wish.
Okay.
Okay, against the target.
Yeah, against the target.
Absolutely. Just roll 3 times against the target.
What, these?
No, you would roll the D20
D20,
3
right,
times. Yeah. Okay, miss. That's it. That's a hit with an 11 so far.
What exactly?
I'm going after the target.
You have
17.
hit, but not crit, for another 2d6
Yep.
plus 6 damage.
A lot of rolls.
He's got 7 left.
4.
4. That's all you're rolling.
all I'm
4
rolling,
plus 6 is 10 in all. That is a knockout blow.
Okay.
And he is unconscious.
Okay.
Tim? Who's he?
What? Oh, hey, Hank.
It's Ehrlich.
Or hey, Ehrlich.
Absolutely. Ehrlich, I am sorry to inform you that you have just been knocked unconscious to the ground. You don't know who attacked you.
Because you're
that's
a team.
No idea.
You don't know. You were blind. Could have been anybody. Could have been anybody, Ehrlich. It could have been anyone.
How could you know?
Ehrlich was blind in the corner taking a piss and just got bodied
He
by
was,
somebody.
he was doing the Velma on the ground, and then just and you were with the critical hit. That was an arm or a leg that got chopped off.
Let's go with the leg.
Leg,
Can I? Do I?
I'd say both legs.
Oh,
you
both
get
legs.
to
Okay,
do.
great.
Oh,
Both legs.
100%.
Can I? I know don't have any actions left, but is there any can I console Ehrlich? Oh yeah. Because I don't know who.
He's unconscious right now.
Can I
but
just pet
you
his
can
hair?
like the PA to like.
Yeah, I'll
hold
just
him.
pet his hair.
he's
Like, hey, baby, I don't know who hurt you.
100%. Everybody in the tubes is like, what the fuck? You hear the intellect devour.
guys don't
talking
like
amongst
each
themselves,
other.
like, what's going on? Says one of them, and the other one's like, I don't know, but I think maybe we should just. And I'm gonna roll all the intellect devours. One of them is just like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm getting out of here. And one of the intellect devours just runs away. He's so confused. There's only 2 intellect devours
Good
left.
strategy.
It's actually a great strategy. Wayne, you would be up now, and then the intellect devours are gonna get a chance to do something.
Okay, I think we got to fuck up these brains. So
We'll keep fucking up these brains because that's what I was doing.
no, the targets.
Yeah, the target.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it seems like they were afraid of the violence we had with each other.
Yeah.
It was a good strategy.
Yeah,
actually.
that was. Did it
They got
intimidate them?
very confused. I wouldn't say they're scared. More like maybe we don't have to do anything here. Maybe we just leave and like this problem will take care of itself.
So I can cast a spell. Could I cast a spell at the target? Like if there was an unconscious target, could I cast a spell on that thing to make it have nightmares?
Yes. So,
Okay.
well, okay. You're thinking of the spell Dissonant Whispers. Is that right? Which spell were you thinking of?
Yeah, maybe that one. Just something like let them have a really uncomfortable
You're
sleep.
unconscious and have no legs and no eyes.
Snap. Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah.
He could have done a Hellish Rebuke after the first attack. Oh, but
he doesn't know who attacked him.
was
doesn't know who attacked him. So this is a moment of truth. I will look up the spell Hellish Rebuke. If it says that you need to see the target, then you are not allowed to do it.
I feel like you
but
gotta
if
see the
It makes
Ish
perfect
Hell-
sense. You have to see
it
it.
almost always says that
Blind
you can,
rebuke.
You point your finger in the creature that damaged you. Okay, it
You
says
just said he didn't know.
you point your finger and the creature that damaged you is momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. I will let you roll
He doesn't know.
I'll let you roll a d20 to point your finger in the right direction, but it's a completely wild chance. You need to roll me a d12. That's this one. And if you get a natural 12, you get it. Thank you.
You got a 12?
Yeah, I mean, it's a guess. You're
you have
guessing.
a 1
no
in
legs
12
and no
chance.
eyes.
8. Nope. You fire off Hellish Rebuke. It was in the wrong direction, unfortunately.
Did it hit
Oh,
PFT?
damn.
It does not hit anybody, unfortunately.
That's a good try, though.
And yeah, PFT, Wayne would be up right now.
Yeah, I want to give him nightmares.
Absolutely, 100%. I'll say that can affect him. You're doing Dissonant Whispers. Now, I do want to point out, that means that he will basically, if 3 things hit him, then he's dead. If you get into melee and hit him in melee, that counts as 2 hits, not 1. If you do this mental attack, that will count as 1 hit.
Yeah, I don't
Just
know
so
if,
you
like,
know,
3
the
guys,
sword
1
might
hammer.
actually be the better strategy.
Well, I don't know if I want to kill him. I just want to
fair.
make him have a bad time.
Absolutely, 100%. If you do Dissonant Whispers, then he'll have a bad time.
He might wake us. He might wake up soon. And he'll be pissed.
Yeah.
Let's take his tongue.
BFT, make him dream that he lost his light crossbow. Worst dream possible.
yeah.
Can we convince him that he did this to himself?
Oh yes. Gaslight
It's his
him.
own fault. Yeah.
Gaslight him.
Absolutely, 100%.
Cool.
So you're casting the spell on him, is
Yeah,
that right?
yeah.
I'm going to say that while unconscious, I will let you roll 1 saving throw.
And no eyes and no legs.
And no eyes in the
Yeah,
legs,
just make sure.
blind, legless, unconscious. Ehrlich, please do roll 1d20. Normally you would have advantage on saving throws against this as a gnome, but since you're unconscious, I'm going to say that cancels out. And you just
Hey, do you not have eyes in real life either?
Why'd you
The mask is actually working very well for this.
He took out his own eye
18.
first.
Oh, dang. With an 18. That is enough that suddenly in your dream, a light crossbow appears trying to chase you, and you're like kind of dodging the shots as they're coming at you in this dream. So
Does he have legs in his dream?
in his dream, he does.
Okay, all right,
Yes,
cool.
100%.
That's good. So when he wakes up, he'll be disappointed.
Absolutely, he will be. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, what do I have left? Do I have
You have done your action,
Okay.
so you have your bonus action.
So my bonus action, I could cast another spell, right?
You could do a bonus action spell or inspire somebody. So your
Okay.
bonus actions are right here. You could either cast a bonus action spell like Healing Word to heal somebody, or you could inspire somebody.
I could inspire an ally.
Absolutely. Inspiration means that on one d20 roll, they get to add a d8 and try to boost up that d20 roll a little bit better
Yeah.
whenever they want to use
Just gassing up your boys.
Absolutely, exactly.
What about the stone eye guy? If we gassed him up, could he tell us what the stone is?
Well, I think that helps him. What does it help him do?
I would say that if you give him inspiration, it'll give him the opportunity to use inspiration on a dice roll, but also it will make him like you more. And I would let you do a persuasion.
I feel like
check
this
for free
stone is
on him.
important.
So I could do that, or I could gas up Greg, and whatever Greg does on his turn is going to have bonus.
That's true. All right, yeah, I like that. Super Greg.
yeah. It's Katie and Draymond.
Greg.
Like,
yeah, Greg.
come on,
With
you got this. You
Greg
got
with
this.
3
Super
Gs.
Greg?
Yeah, Greg with 3 Gs.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I want to do that.
I always say there's two types of bards. They're either playing music to inspire people, or they're like a coach and they're going, go get him,
Yes.
Tiger. So what are you saying to him exactly to inspire him?
I'm just saying, hey, motherfucker, you got this.
Absolutely.
You got
That worked.
Yeah.
Yes, I am marking you down as having bardic inspiration, Greg. And whenever you want to use it, you can do it after you've rolled. So if it's like, a 12, but you needed a 15, then you get to roll the d8 and add that on and hope to get 3 or more. So you get to do it retroactively. So well done, Wayne. However, Wayne, after your turn, that is when the intellect devourers are going to be running toward us again. They are going to go after.
Who'd you think is the slowest one now?
It would be you, unfortunately.
But I have legs.
Even though he has no legs, that's
I mean, the slowest one would definitely
Yeah,
be
yeah, that's right,
Ehrlich
yeah,
right
wrong.
now. Oh, I meant of the people who are conscious.
Oh, right,
and
yeah,
who have
100%,
legs
yeah.
and eyes.
People who can move, you are the slowest.
quick poll.
But definitely the slowest person is.
Everyone who has 2 eyes and 2 legs. Yeah. Okay. Just all right.
Okay. I am sorry to say that first, Greg, an attack is coming at you as one of the intellect devourers comes bounding towards you. Greg, an armor class, your armor class is higher than a 16. He got a 16 just barely. This beam goes towards you and it glances off of your helmet. You are doing okay. And then Wayne, one attack is definitely coming after you because you were the one who tried to free the brain and then made it mad, I believe.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
right?
pissed
Just
off.
making sure. Okay. 14, I believe, does not hit your armor class. Nope, it is 17. Well done. Excellent. And then that is going to bring us from the intellect devourers to Greg next.
All right, we gotta
then
figure
the
out a
imps
plan
are going to go
Yeah,
after
we do.
that.
'Cause I feel like we're kind of lost right now. There's imps above us.
Yes, they are about to go right after your turn.
Oh boy.
And there is another hallway leading out of the room with these 3 dead people and the imps in the previous room with the intellect devourers.
And Ulrich he's not deaf yet, is he?
Ulrich he's not dead. Ehrlich is not deaf. No.
Okay, we wouldn't want that. Is there any like deaf spells?
Death spell or
no, like,
deafness
yeah, I would
spells.
like to take-
Absolutely. There is a deafness spell. Paladins cannot cast
Rats,
it.
Okay.
What
Unfortunately.
about
Yeah.
cutting one's ears off?
Can you
Yes.
still hear if you don't have ears?
Probably not as well.
Let's run to the hallway.
Absolutely, 100%. As you run towards the hallway, intellect devourers are chasing you, imps are chasing you. You go up this spiral, not a staircase, but it sort of arcs upward, and you can hear a lot of commotion beyond one more sphincter door. But it's the biggest one you've seen yet. And the battles that sound like they're happening beyond this door sound like they are crazy. Something big is happening beyond this door. You remember that you need to think this door open. You haven't done that yet.
I have to think it over.
You have to think the thought to open the door.
Okay. I don't think we're ready yet.
Absolutely. You can make a perception check
I
as
would
a
like to
bonus
make a
action to
perception check,
listen.
yes.
You would have a +5 on this.
Okay,
Actually, +4.
a
Plus
20?
4. D20 +4.
It's a 2.
With a 6, you don't know any more information other than it's a big battle. You could try again with your action, then that would be your whole turn, though.
Is there any thing in this room in front of the door?
Nothing in front of the door, no. I'd say no, with that perception check, you don't notice anything in front of the door, no.
Fellas, what are we thinking?
I'm thinking that
I'm unconscious.
to get this to get this reptile out of our brain, we probably have to kill like the person that put the reptiles in our brain.
That's right.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And then all the rest will die, you think?
That's what I think.
Work like that?
We
Who
still
would that
have
be?
one, right?
He's
We
the
still
captain of
have
the
We
it.
have
yeah,
one
that's
in
right.
our
We have-
yeah.
oh, yeah.
Wayne
Figure out
was
where it
technically the
came
last one
from.
holding it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We could figure out what, like,
Can we
tell us-
torture it?
or have it lead us to its home.
Just drop it on the ground?
I don't know.
Can we make a leash?
Yeah.
You could.
Put it on a
yeah,
leash.
I would like to make a worm leash.
Absolutely. Go ahead and with your action, make a worm leash. This will be a D20 plus your.
I rolled a fucking 4.
Okay, never mind then. We won't worry about what the bonus was. It was not enough. You try to make a little worm leash. Now, you were just trying to make it. You weren't like letting the worm go and trying to catch it, right? The
No, I was
worm's
trying
still
to
firmly
craft
in
the-
grip.
the
Just making
leash.
sure. Actually, since you were holding it in your last turn, Wayne, just roll me a D20. As long as you don't get a 1, nothing has happened with the worm. You're fine, absolutely. You got a firm grip on the worm. Your attempt at making worm leash, you hold it up. It's like a teeny tiny little dental floss noose, and you're like, will this work? And we're all like, no, you're pretty sure it won't. That was unfortunately not a successful action, but that will lead us to the imps next. There are a total of 3 imps that are going to come swooping down at us, and the first one is going to be attacking Wayne. Wayne, as one of the imps swoops down, it gets tangled. What do you have in your hands? You got the sword, right? Or
The tadpole.
the tadpole, absolutely. It swoops down, kind of crashes into your shoulder and flops onto the ground, and the tadpole's trying to go for that imp. Do you let it go or no?
What do you think? Should we let the thing attack?
Well, what if we let the tadpole go on the imp and then the imp walks us there? So it's almost like a human leash.
We could just use a regular rope.
We also have those in our own brains too.
True. But oh man, this is tough. But you don't want it to lead one of yourself.
I think it's more valuable that we have
Yeah, okay,
the
yeah.
tadpole.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That makes a ton of sense. It would have probably gone into the imp and then we would have lost control over it. Good job. And so that imp completely missed. It gets up and tries to fly away. The next imp is going to be swooping down towards Ehrlich, actually. His unconscious body. An imp is going for it. Imps are
Let me
particularly
just get this clear. You
cruel.
can't see them coming, right? You can't see them.
Exactly. This imp would have advantage normally, except that as it tries to get its advantage for him being blinded, suddenly an invisible shape swoops in, tackles that imp, and they begin fighting. We don't see what the imp is fighting, but everyone here, besides Ehrlich, can roll a d20 real quick to see if you can remember what would be going on here. He is unconscious.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, unfortunately. And he's also blind and legless.
Fuck. I keep forgetting. We're gonna, like OJ, we're gonna find the killer. Just so you know. Okay. 15.
With a 15, yeah, and you have a +0 on intelligence, so that is still enough with a 15 to remember Lola.
Yes.
Lola is still around right now. She's been invisible this whole time, and she's an imp, so she's fighting imp versus imp right now.
Lola Bunch.
And this
On
imp
our
is
side.
well, she seems to be protecting Ehrlich at the moment. So she is defending Ehrlich. She prevents that imp from hurting
He's
him.
not doing a very good job.
And then the next imp is going
Where
after.
was she 10 minutes
Oh,
ago?
yeah, she was probably thought you guys are my.
You kind of took her by surprise as
We
much
thought
as you took
were our
Ehrlich
friend
by
too, then you
surprise.
Take a piss.
And Greg, I'm sorry to say you've got an imp swooping down at you, and it just barely gets an 18. Finally, one of the monsters hits. Unfortunately, is going to be stinging you for minimum damage, just 4 points of damage, bringing you down to 48. You are at full hit points, Greg. But then I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw against the imp's scorpion tail poison. Roll me a d20 +4 to see if you can shake this off.
I rolled a 2.
A 2! I am sorry to say that you're going to be taking full poison damage, which is 10 points of poison damage, bringing you down to 38 again. That is 14 points down, and that is going to be enough that you could heal it back, but that would be almost all of your healing that you have left. And that was the imp's turn. Then that is going to bring us to Cake next. Cake.
How many imps are still out there, Tim?
You can tell that there are 3 imps in the room with us, but there are more coming in every turn through that hole in the wall. So running past.
I want to destroy them all. I want to close that hole.
Absolutely, 100%. Oh, yes, absolutely. Now, what spell would you be hoping to use to destroy them all? Fireball is a spell that would hit
fireball,
everything in the room.
Hurl a blast of fire at an enemy within 120 feet.
It's not going to hurt an imp, though, right?
Please make an Arcana check to see if you can remember what imps are resistant to.
18.
With an 18 plus your history or arcana, you would know that imps are immune to fire damage. You do not want to use fireball. Now, do you have the spell Thunder Wave as a first level spell?
Thunderclap?
Thunderclap is the cantrip version. I'm wondering.
Yeah, Thunder Wave level
Thunder Wave,
1.
absolutely. Thunder Wave is a spell you have used before to great effect. It's the Fusro Da from Skyrim. You just knock everybody in front of you back like bowling pins. I would say that you can roll a d6, the cube die, and the higher you roll, the more of these imps you can catch in one burst.
2.
2. You're getting 2. Wait, that was a 2 on the die? The imps are so spread out, you would be able to hit one of the imps who is closest to the opening and then knock everything that's coming in through the opening backward. But it's only going to get one of the imps. The other 2 are still going to be in the room right now, unfortunately. Do you still want to use that strategy, or are you going to try something else? If you mention any other spells that may hit multiple targets, there may be better ones than Thunderwave.
The magic missile.
Oh, magic missile could fire up to 5 missiles if you do it as a third level spell slot, and you would be able to spread out those missiles across multiple targets. You know, each imp has 10 hit points, and each missile deals 1d4 plus 1 damage. So 2 missiles could kill an imp, but 3 is more likely, and 4 is basically guaranteed to kill an imp. And you could have up to 5 of them.
Okay.
Do you want to do magic missiles or Thunderwave or something else?
Magic missile.
Magic missile is a good choice. So how many of the 5 missiles, are you firing 5 missiles? Or
I'm trying to kill them all.
Yeah, absolutely, all out.
Fear me, I'm Mr. Position. You will die.
100%, absolutely. You fire off 3 missiles. I want to point out, sorry, I just remembered, Erlich has a wand of magic missiles that is now lying on the ground.
Gotta get 'em.
Just so you know. If you wanted to, you could run and grab it.
I mean, he can't really use them.
use them.
So I have to.
Be
You
responsible.
pick
We don't
up
wanna
the
waste that.
needler.
I have the hands.
You can't see your thing.
The needler is in his hands, but he can't,
he's
keep you from just
unconscious.
picking it up. Do you go and pick up the needler?
Yeah, he wouldn't know I'm taking it.
I think I need to ask Hank to pass over the needler to Jake, please. Absolutely. And Jake, as you pick up the needler, you know that if you fire off every charge on this wand except the final one, you can fire off, let's see, that's 6 charges. You can fire off 8 missiles.
All right, let's do it.
Now, if you use up all 7 of the charges, you can actually fire off 9 missiles, but there's a 1 in 20 chance that the wand then explodes in your hands. Do you want to take that
I'll
risk?
roll the dice.
Absolutely.
Literally.
Roll me a d20 to see if the wand melts. If you get a 1, it melts.
9.
No, 9. It stays intact. You fire off all of the 9 missiles that it can fire. And how are you splitting them up? 3 missiles at each imp or a different arrangement?
I think I'm going to do 1 shot at each and try to kill all 5.
Absolutely. Well, so there's 3 imps. You've got
all
9 missiles. So you could split it up evenly, 3 on each.
Yeah, that
You wanna
works.
Do
That works,
So it would be 3d4 plus 3. The minimum damage is 6. We do have to roll to see if you can kill these imps. Go ahead and take these d4s.
I got him.
Well, actually, sorry. There's an invisible imp. No, so you cannot target an invisible imp with magic missile. You need to see a target for magic.
So 3d4s.
Rolling 3d4, and whatever results you get, you're adding plus 3 to them combined.
4, 1, 1.
4, 1, 1. So that's 6 plus 3 is 9. You brought an imp down to 1 hit point left. So of the 3 imps, imp number 1 is at 1 out of 10 hit points left. Go ahead and roll again for imp number 2.
All 3d4s.
All 3d4s plus 3.
2, 3, 4.
2, 3, 4. That's going to be enough. One imp is down. Now roll against imp number 3. Best of all, it's magic damage, so he's taking
1, 3, 4.
1, 3, 4. That's 8 plus 3 is 11. Another imp is down. 2 imps down. 1 down to a single hit point left. That is the one fighting Lola right now. Well done. So there's an imp fighting Lola, no other imps. There are also intellect devourers, but I'm also going to roll. They're still sticking around right now, at least. And well done, Cake. That was an incredible job. That was your bonus action to go and grab the Needler, and then poo, 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 poo. You fire off those missiles and just start obliterating the imps like you got an AK-47. Just firing magical shots. Well done. That is going to bring us to Ehrlich's turn.
D&D is being brought to you by Chevy and the Chevy Silverado. The Chevy Silverado has commanding and unstoppable grit, legendary capability, and dependability too. We've all spent seat time as they call it in the biz, behind the wheel of a Silverado, and we're not just truck guys, we're Chevy truck guys. You know about the ZR2 family of trucks. They're lifted, they're ready for anything right from the factory. Now Silverado is taking it all to the next level, with even more Silverado truck tech like available Super Cruise. Only Super Cruise lets you drive hands-free and tow hands-free on more than 400,000 miles of compatible roads. With over 138 million miles of hands-free driving by customers, Super Cruise will help you get to your adventure energized, and it'll help you drive home too. Go to Chevy.com where you can check out Silverado, build your own Silverado online, and learn important details about Super Cruise. I love Chevy. I'm a Chevy guy. I own a Chevy. I spent my money on a Chevy because I believe in it. They're great cars, great trucks, and the Chevy Silverado is a beast. It's a fantastic truck for truck guys, for football guys. Pardon My Take is sponsored by BetterHelp. A common misconception about relationships is that they have to be easy to be right, but sometimes the best ones happen when both people put in the work to make them great. Therapy can be a place to work through the challenges you face in all of your relationships, whether with friends, work, your significant other, or anyone. I've personally benefited from therapy in the past. It's helped me through times of loss. I think a lot of people out there could use therapy. It's a good tool to help you become your best self. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist. You can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Become your own soulmate, whether you're looking for one or not. Visit BetterHelp.com/PMT today. Get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/PMT.
Ehrlich, on your turn, since you're not dead, I would like you to first roll a d20. If you get a 20, you wake up, you have 1 hit point, and you get to do a full turn, though you are still blind and legless. As long as you get an 11 or higher, you're doing okay.
You got a 15.
A 15, you're doing okay right now. So let me just mark down, Ehrlich,
right.
Good job.
that you gotten 1 success and no failures. If you get 3 failures, you're dead. If you get 3 successes, you stabilize.
Is he still dreaming about the light crossbow?
You
shit?
are still dreaming. You're dodging the light crossbow now in your dreams, but unfortunately, that is all you're able to do. However, what would Lola be trying to do right now? Lola could turn into another kind of animal. Lola is currently invisible. Lola could attack the other imp who's trying to hurt you, who has 1 hit point left, or Lola could try to do something to help you, but Lola is not particularly good at medicine checks to wake you up. But you could try.
I guess let's be a team player and take out the other imp.
Absolutely,
Nice.
100%.
There we go, Ehrlich.
Go ahead and roll
Job,
a
Ehrlich.
d20
Way to go.
plus 5, and Lola has advantage.
It's a solid move.
That's is the dot at the top or
The dot is at the bottom.
So it's a 9.
9, absolutely. And you have advantage because she's invisible. Roll 1 more time.
7.
7. Okay, so we'll take the 9 plus 5 is what she has. A 14 is enough, just barely, to hit the imp. Go ahead and roll 1d4 damage against the imp. That would be the pyramid-shaped one furthest from you. There you go. That brown one. There you go. You had it. That's it.
Has more than 4 sides, actually.
It's got 4 numbers on it, right?
Yes, it has 3 numbers on each side, and it's always the number on top. You'll
How many
notice whichever it should have 4.
Oh.
And, pretty sure it does, but I'm counting them.
1.
1. Okay, so she gets a plus 3 on this. That's 4 damage so far, and the imp only takes 2 points of damage, but it only had 1 hit point left, and it is dead now. Well done. So Lola kills the last imp. The imps are all dead,
job.
and And there are, let's see, you didn't kind of flush out the imps who are trying to come in, but let's see if they're scared now. Oh, they are. Yes, the imps are all too scared to come in now. We have dealt with the imps. A bunch of imps cluster at the entrance, like the opening, and they go, and they fly away. Only intellect devourers are the only enemy left in the room right now. We also now see Lola. She is no longer invisible. Lola has managed to finish off the last of the imps. There is still two intellect devourers, one of whom is injured, one of whom is at full hit points, blocking our way to a big battle up ahead in what sounds like a big room, maybe towards the front of the ship. Ooh. Norm, you would be up right now. What would you like to do?
All right, I think we got to go to the big battle, boys.
All of us?
Yeah. Well, a question for you, Tim. I'm a big, strong guy.
Absolutely.
Do I have like a backpack or any type of like rope or metal?
Certainly you do. Absolutely. You always got rope. You've got some big, heavy components and stuff, whatever you need.
So let me tie a rope around Ehrlich and I'll drag him.
Okay, absolutely. You're not picking. You could pick him up and carry.
No. We'll drag him.
Absolutely.
We don't want to leave him behind.
Certainly, absolutely.
Remember, Truce?
I can't see.
Oh, okay.
You tie a rope around Ehrlich. It is remarkably easy for you, a human-sized barbarian, to just drag this gnomish corpse around.
Gonna drag him.
He's bumping on ridges as he goes.
Ow.
He slurps over the sphincter door, and his face drags along. He's getting that zoom kind of on him. And you're running kind of past these intellect devourers. You get to this sphincter door that is not opened yet, that we can hear a big commotion on the other side.
Oh, shit.
What would you like to do?
Okay, what do we think?
Could make a perception check as a bonus action to hear more, but
I don't have a lot of perception.
nope, you don't.
Is there any give to this sphincter? Is it like an asshole where you could force something small through?
Historically, they've been like responding to our thoughts, the doors, but you could just walk up to it and there is like a little bit of space.
But I'd be afraid if we force something through, we'd lose it because it's not attached to a rope.
Absolutely, yeah.
Wait, I have something.
A lot of like hamsters get lost in mine ships very
I
often.
I have something attached to a rope.
Absolutely, you do. Yeah.
So yes. Why don't we throw Ehrlich through there and then
check it out.
Yeah, we'll see.
I
I want to emphasize, you can
passed out.
He's small enough that you can try to squeeze him through.
Yeah,
but he's going to be like, you're really going to be forcing.
Yeah, no, I'll
Will this
force
wake him up?
I'll force him through, and I'll have the
Absolutely.
rope, and so we'll like. I'm sure this rope is very long. So we'll
Absolutely,
just-
long enough, definitely.
almost like fishing.
Absolutely.
Okay, all right.
And you're not thinking for the door to open. You want it kind of tight as you try to force
right.
it
I want
through.
to
Just
stay
making sure.
tight, but
Absolutely.
I want to put him into the asshole.
Absolutely. So you can feel a little bit. Yeah, 100%. So go ahead and roll a D20. You have advantage on this. This is an athletics
Is this the
check.
first time somebody's done this, or do we need to go slow?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I would say so. The mindful. You hear the ship go ooh a little bit. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, and it's a 1, but you have advantage on this. At first, it just keeps. He gets halfway through, and then it goes and pushes it back out.
Wait, can he spit on the door?
Yeah. Well, you got to
on it.
spit on Ehrlich, actually.
Yeah, I'll
I
spit
mean,
on
no, I
Ehrlich.
guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right, you're right.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah, right, I
100%.
spit on
You
Ehrlich.
spit on your finger,
Can I
but yeah.
rage spit on him?
I mean, you still got like a little bit of throw up and stuff.
Okay,
in your
perfect,
mouth.
perfect. We'll use that.
Stop.
All right, okay. 17.
Absolutely, that is going to be enough with a +7 for your athletics. You push it, and then it's like you get some resistance, and then all of a sudden it's like, and like once he's more than halfway through, I was going to say you grab like the legs are getting pulled through, but you actually don't see anything. As soon as like he's halfway through, you just see his lower body get pulled through, and then a thump on the other side.
Oh.
Suddenly, all the fighting stops.
Oh.
And you hear two voices, one in all of our minds.
Not mine.
And not, actually.
In his hand.
Do hear this
Oh,
voice in your mind,
okay.
almost like it's coming from somebody on the
Okay.
other side of that door. And then you hear another voice saying out loud the same phrase. What the fuck? As they no eyes, no legs, slump down into the room. And then they start to fight again real quick, but they're also kind of like, you hear one person in the background in the middle of the fight go, no, but like, what the fuck? And is clearly distraught. I will also just say, is anyone grabbing this body? Yeah, actually, suddenly the rope starts to go. It's like something's caught.
Yeah. Hold my
And
hips,
you hear
boys.
like some kind of animal has got his body right now.
Oh, no.
I'm just gonna roll an attack to see how bad you're getting hit. He has
gotta reel this
advantage
thing in.
because he's unconscious. Ehrlich, at the top of your sheet, what is your armor class? 15? That's going to be enough, just barely. Ehrlich, I'm sorry to say you're getting hurt.
Oh, no. I didn't want that to happen.
today.
That was
And,
not my intention.
It was a melee attack. Something is chewing on his body.
Oh, can I pull it back? Can I pull it back?
Try to pull him back 100%.
Yes,
You can roll with advantage, but you've got to beat something's fighting you on this. You've got to beat with a +4, a 14, actually a 15 in all is what you got to beat.
Do I have advantage?
You have advantage. You have a +7.
Okay. 17!
17! Amazing.
The best fisherman.
Just roll one more time to make sure you didn't get a crit because you do have advantage.
Okay. 13.
Okay, so you succeed. You're gonna pull the rope through. I'd like you to just roll one more d20. And as long as you don't get a 1 or a 2, Ehrlich come. You pull the rope, and then all of a sudden it hits the sphincter door. It stops. You pull again. You yank. There's a snap.
Oh no.
And the rope comes through.
There's no early.
No Ehrlich.
He'll probably be okay.
That is your turn, Norm. I'm gonna roll
Oh.
the enemies into initiative.
was
Norm,
a
they're
big-
going right after your turn. It sounds like some sort of a hell beast or something. Is trying to
not a
tear
hell
apart his body.
That's the worst
It
kind
has
of beast.
advantage. Now, I'll also
Oh, wait,
roll.
wait, Tim. Doesn't he still have his light crossbow?
He does. Actually, did you like keep it on his back, or when you dragged it along, did you let?
I got to
it
come
fall off?
clean,
I
boys.
took it,
I have it
Oh,
in
you
my
got-
pack.
yeah,
Yeah,
Greg has it.
I was trying to
You got the
help.
light
All right, so at
crossbow.
least we got the light crossbow.
Absolutely, we saved it 100%. Lola is gonna dive to try to slip through. Ehrlich, I will let you roll for Lola, but she's got to get a really good roll to come and try to save you at all.
Only real one we got. 15.
15 on the dice, is that right? Exactly.
It is, yes.
That is with a +5. Exactly enough. She squeezes through the sphincter.
really
She
wanna be
pops
alive.
through on the other. Did you not want her to do that, or
No, he doesn't want
okay?
to be alive.
Oh, you don't want to be alive.
I don't want to be here anymore.
She slips through, and we hear her saying something in Infernal. I don't think anybody else here speaks Infernal, unfortunately, so we don't know what she's saying. But now we're going to see if she's convinced. Nope. The beast that is trying to attack you is not been convinced by Lola to stop, I am sorry to say. It is now going to take one final attack against you, and if I get a 10 or higher on one of these, Ehrlich is dead. With a 9 being the higher of the two rolls, the dog is thrashing your body around, but doesn't manage to kill you. Just yet, Ehrlich, you're hanging on at least until you're... I don't know how long you're going to last, actually, but you are alive still right now. Awesome. And that is the creatures going on that initiative count. Wayne, we are up to you. The door is still not open. What would you like to do?
Is it cracked open at all?
It is like there's an opening about this big. If you put your eye up to it, you should be able to see through that door.
Yeah.
Through it's a kind of like brownish.
Like a
form.
conjunctivitis, yeah.
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay, so what do we do with Hank's body? Or sorry, Ehrlich's body? Should
We're still alive, right?
This is a
Still
rescue
alive, and he's
mission.
on the other side of the sphincter door now.
If you open it, I'll heal him.
really?
Can't lose him, man. I love that fucker.
Or what's left of him.
Could I disguise myself? Is that one of the things that I can do?
Yes, you can. You not only can disguise yourself, you have a spell to disguise yourself. You have the spell Disguise Self. And when you cast that, you can look like anybody you want. You could look like somebody specific or just like regular, normal human dude or something like that.
Could I look like Ehrlich?
Yes, you could, 100%.
Like
Or just his legs.
No legs.
It's hard because you would kind of have to like get down on your knees in order to be able to like create this illusion. But yes, you can, 100%.
Didn't we get a vision of the main guy, the guy flying the ship?
Yes, we know what the Mind Flayer looks like. We know that he has a squid-like head with 2 black eyes and then 4 tentacles hanging down where his mouth is. We think he wraps those around people's skulls and slurps their brains
I bet he's
out.
on the other side of that door.
That wouldn't work.
You don't think so?
No, he'd know.
Yeah. If I disguise myself like Ehrlich, and then could I tie myself up on a rope and throw myself in there and try to grab Ehrlich and bring his corpse back?
You could definitely do that. I'm not sure if there's an advantage to looking like Ehrlich for that, but you
Yeah.
definitely could
To
do
fit
that.
through the door. That's why.
No, right. It doesn't actually make you smaller. It just makes you look like somebody else. Once people reach out and touch you, they're like, something's wrong here.
Wait,
it's
we
an
gotta
illusion.
kill this squid guy, right?
the guy that's on the other side.
I think you might have the spell Reduce, which shrinks you down.
Ant-Man.
And that Ant-Man style.
Okay.
No, it doesn't shrink you down to teeny tiny size, but it does shrink you down to half size, and that would make it much easier for you to squeeze through the hole.
Why don't we just
He's
open
smaller
the
than
door?
Ehrlich.
Yeah, you just want to open the door and fuck
I
him
mean,
up.
you could just think open to the door. Yeah.
I want to open up the door and kill everything that's on the other side of that door.
Absolutely.
Every single thing.
Is Ehrlich on the other side of that door?
Yes.
I forgot.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess besides him. I guess.
We gotta save him. That's my brother.
Okay, let's open up the door
Absolutely.
and let's all rage.
You think open to the door. The sphincter slurps open, and you see the helm of the ship. There are creatures fighting in here. One of them is a big dark angel with black wings who seems to be wearing some sort of crown on her head. And there is a mind flayer with tentacles hanging down, floating in the air, trying to blast this dark angel with psychic attacks. He turns to you, and he looks and sees Wayne. That's what you look like. And he thinks a thought into your mind. Thrall, come to my aid now. Get to the front of the ship. Activate the engine. We must get out of here now. I will keep this fiend at bay. Go ahead and roll just to see if you can figure out what's going on here. Why he seems to be treating you like an ally. What's your insight skill? You don't have insight, unfortunately, with that 5. You don't know why he just called you Thrall.
Okay. So
Treating you like a friend.
I feel like a good move would be to take over control of the ship and fly it.
Right.
Right? I can fly.
So,
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can.
I'm a pilot.
yes.
I want to do that.
Absolutely.
I want to get behind on the sticks.
You run past the Mind Flayer and this devil that are fighting. You jump over Ehrlich's body to do that.
Yeah.
And as you run, Ehrlich's body has next to it this big hellhound of some kind that is just tearing him apart right now. Do you do anything to that hellhound?
No.
Pet it, poop it, poop it, poop it.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. Just as you do the boop, make an animal handling check. Little bonus action right there.
I think I have bonus on.
Good dog.
You have handle animal +1 on this. Awesome.
So I just want to say he's a good boy.
He's a good boy. 100%. With a 16 +1 is a 17. You go boop, and at first he was like growling at you. You go boop, and he goes, whoa. He crosses his eyes, looks at his nose, and goes, and then he goes back to mauling Ehrlich's body instead of chasing you. He had dropped Ehrlich's body to chase you,
Yeah.
and then instead after you boop him, he goes back to mauling Ehrlich. And then you are able to run past. You're getting toward the front of the ship. I would like you to roll to see if you can make it all the way there without anyone trying to stop you. Okay, that's with your... you have at least a +2. That's a 15. That is enough. You are getting to the console, and what you are seeing is some sort of weird brain-like mass with tentacles sticking out of it.
Okay.
The Mind Flayer says into your mind, activate the engine. You have no idea how the fuck to do that.
Yeah.
He's expecting you to be able to for some reason.
I just know how to fly. I don't know how to take off and land.
Exactly. If you want to try to operate this, you can roll an Arcana check. I must emphasize, out the front view screen, like there's a big windshield here, you can see where we are. Somehow this ship has ended up in the 9 hells, and there are devils all around this ship. The Mind Flayer's like, we gotta get out of here. You can try to pilot the ship with an Arcana check.
Okay, is there an ejection seat anywhere in this thing?
It will be an Arcana check to even understand this. If you roll well enough, you'll get options on what you can do here. You don't see an ejection seat. All right. 7 plus Arcana. You can do one thing here, but you cannot activate the engine, whatever he means by that. But if you wanted to, I'd say with an 11, you have found an ejection seat button.
Okay. So the rational thought here would be to eject the Mind Flayer.
That would make
But
perfect sense, yeah.
I also want to save my boy Ehrlich.
Wow.
Could we put Ehrlich
what
onto
about-
the
wait,
ejection
whoa,
seat
hold on,
and then
hold on.
shoot him into space?
Hold on, but okay, but that dog, like, we like that dog.
It's a good dog.
It's a good dog.
He's a good boy.
He's
yeah.
hungry.
He wagged his tail. Okay, so what are my options again? I can do one action.
You can do one thing with this console. It can't be activating the engine. That's too complicated. You haven't figured out how to do it. But you can do one thing here, and if what you want to do is eject this, there's like a big jellyfish that you think the Mind Flayer would normally sit down on. It's like a big beanbag chair. You think that will launch out of the ship if you press like this weird bulbous knob sticking out.
What if I just like pull back real hard on the controls and then make everybody fall down?
Oh, yes, you could do that, 100%.
Okay, yeah.
There is a joystick,
for Hank, who's on the
a
ground.
fleshy joystick of some kind, and if you pull back on that, this ship will go straight up, and everybody in here will have to make a saving throw not to fall over.
Really good with the fleshy joystick. Yes.
Absolutely. You grab the fleshy joystick, you pull back on it. Immediately, I'm going to ask you to roll first. And you have advantage because you know this is coming to not fall over. Okay, so far so good. Roll one more time just to make sure if it's a crit.
You can't talk.
Absolutely. You'll take the 12. That's enough that you're just holding on to the joystick right now. Well done.
For anyone listening.
Ehrlich, just as an unconscious body, please roll me a d20 to see how far you go flying.
10.
10 is enough that you just kind of smack against this fleshy wall and don't take any damage. Just you take like no damage. You're not. If you took any damage, you'd be dead. You don't take any damage, luckily. And then I would like everybody else, Norm, Cake, and Greg, to make saving throws, please. And then I'll roll for the enemy.
So I'm trying to knock like the enemies over. I don't know if they're in the room yet, right?
They are. So everybody in this ship is going to have to make a saving throw right now. The Intellect Devourers, the Mind Flayer, and that Dark Angel.
All right, so I'm making a saving throw. What'd you guys get?
I didn't go
12.
12 is
go.
not quite enough for the Paladin. You're knocked
13.
over. 13 is not enough. Oh, no, actually, you have it +3 on this. That's a 15 or higher. You do not fall over, Cake.
18?
That's an 18.
That is a cocked die.
Oh, you tried.
That's a 13, and you have advantage. Roll one more time. That's already enough, but let's see if you crit. If you crit, you'll catch somebody else. That's a 15. That is going to be enough. So
I can catch Greg?
You didn't get a 20. Actually, yes, you did. So you can catch Greg, that means.
Thank you.
Catch him. So we're all safe, and then I'm going to roll for the enemies. First, I'll just roll.
He's on the wall.
Ehrlich splatted against the wall. Yep. And the Intellect Devourers, I'll roll for each of them. The injured one gets splatted against the wall.
Nice.
Instantly killed. The injured Intellect Devourer is dead.
like Malaysian
Next
air.
Intellect Devourer is just kind of getting knocked around. There's one Intellect Devourer left. And then the Mind Flayer is going to roll. He falls over and takes damage. The Mind Flayer is getting 2 and 1, just 3 points of damage on the Mind Flayer. And then, thank you so much, the Dark Angel is also going to fall over, and he is going to take 9 points of damage, or she is going to take 9 points of damage, and Angel is going to take, 9 points of damage. Neither of them seems like they're halfway dead, but they are prone on the ground, kind of tangled up with each other right now. They certainly kind of can't come after you. The Dark Angel's looking at you like, I should go after you before you can do anything else. The Mind Flayer turns to you, and your mind is like, could you steer straight, please, right now? And he seems to think that you should be obeying his commands, though you don't. And that is going to bring us from your turn then, Wayne, to the Intellect Devourers next. And the Intellect Devourers are going to try to, the one Intellect Devourer left is going to, I could see them going after Ehrlich, but let's roll for it. Nope. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Wayne, the Intellect Devourer who is still alive, goes lunging at you. I'm going to need you to make an intelligence saving throw, please. As suddenly you feel this weird connection. Amazing! They try to get inside your head to do something to your head, like they're trying to seize control. Does not work. Well done. That is going to bring us from Wayne, you had done your bonus action to the Hellhound, and then you ran up and it was your action to control the ship.
It was a great dog.
Definitely worth it.
Quick break from the action to talk about Simply Safe. Listen, we're in the middle of an adventure. I wish we had Simply Safe during this, because when you love someone, you protect them in the best ways you can. That's why we recommend Simply Safe Home Security. It's an advanced system that protects every inch of your home and backed by 24/7 with professional monitoring for fast emergency response for less than $1 a day. Simply Safe is trusted by the experts. It was named Best Home Security System of 2024 by U.S. News and World Report. Simply Safe offers everything you need for whole home protection. HD cameras for indoors and outdoors, advanced motion sensors, and every entry sensors to protect doors, windows, and rooms, and a collection of hazard sensors that detect fire, flooding, and more. Simply Safe is powered by 24/7 professional monitoring. Someone is watching your house all the time. Make sure you're protecting your family, your valuables, everything with Simply Safe. The system is easy to set up yourself with without any special tools or know-how required. Don't want to do it yourself? No problem. You can get one of their expert technicians to come to your house and install it for you. Plus, with 60-day risk-free trial, you can, if you don't love your system, return it for a full refund. Simply Safe even covers return shipping. Order now. Get 20% off any new Simply Safe system with fast protecting monitoring. Don't wait. Visit simplysafe.com/PMT. That's simplysafe.com/PMT. There's no safe like Simply Safe. Also, rowback question to the listeners. This is a listener rowback question, rhoback.com, promo code TAKE. Get Q-zips, polos, hoodies, joggers, shorts, everything, rowback.com, promo code TAKE, 20% off your first purchase, rowback.com. Listener question, if you are enjoying this show, which I hope you are, would you mind, please, hitting subscribe and like everywhere that it is live? That's the rowback question. Promo code TAKE, 20% off your first purchase. And now, back to Timm Woods and Dungeons and Dragons.
That is going to bring us to Greg next.
So
Greg,
I was caught by Norm.
Yeah.
Yes,
You're in my
100%.
arms.
So he put you
I'm
right.
in your arms?
Yeah, you're in my arms.
Does it take an action to kiss him on the cheek?
Yes. No, that's a free action. Free
Okay, I'll
action.
do that. Thank you. But while I'm doing that, I want to reach into his pocket and take the eyeball.
Oh, the stone.
Because of the kiss, you're going to have advantage on this. Go ahead and roll 2 times. You don't have a great
15.
15.
I forgot about the stone.
2.
2. So with 15, if you have a -1 on sleight of hand as a or maybe a +0.
Do I still have the Bard's blessing from?
Yes, you do.
Don't mind if I do.
You can roll a D8 now and add whatever you get on this to your roll.
A 4.
4. Okay. Plus you had rolled a 15.
15.
Plus 4 is a 19. -1 is 18. That is still enough to beat his roll. You take the stone out of his pocket, and suddenly you hear a voice in your mind say, "Ah, a powerful hand has touched the stone. Do you wish to make a deal with me?" You can roll a knowledge check to see if you know whose voice this is.
A 1.
You have no idea who
has
this
been the
voice
worst
is.
rolling
Could be a
ever.
mind flayer, could be your tadpole. There's lots of voices speaking in our minds right now. You don't know, but they are asking if you want to make a deal. And suddenly you see Will, who's been hanging out in the back, kind of turn in our direction, like he's hesitating, and he's looking at you like he knows the voice is speaking to you at the moment.
This is too much for me. I want to throw it out of the ship.
Absolutely! As you go to throw it out of the ship, Will goes, "No," and he jumps for it. Go ahead and roll me a D20 real quick.
A 7.
A 7 is still enough with a +5 on like an unarmed or improvised throw. You throw it through the hole in the wall, out of the ship. Will jumps, "No," and jumps out of the ship into hell.
Oh, fuck. I thought we were in the
Stone
sky.
high.
Sorry,
it's like
Will.
Gollum when he catches the ring as he's falling down
Oh,
into Mount
no.
Doom. He gets the stone like, yes! And suddenly you see like wings start to grow out of his back, and then you hear a cackling voice that you're pretty sure he can hear. The wings go away and he plummets down.
Now, did
into
he
the
make the
hell
catch?
below.
Did
He
he
did
make
make
a
the
football
catch.
move?
Oh, cool.
You know what?
Okay, are you sure?
Roll a d20 for him, Greg.
Okay.
This is for Will's roll.
An 18.
18 is
He
enough.
made the
He
catch.
catches the
Made a
stone,
football.
and then he begins to plummet down into the 9 hells of burning fire below, and he disappears out of sight. Well done. He has left the ship. The stone eye is out of the ship. That was all just a bonus action for you. Is there anything else you want to do with an action?
I would like to heal.
Yes, you can, 100%. If you use up 14 points of healing, that brings you back up to full. You only have 1 point of healing left. Now, what I always give paladins the opportunity to do is, normally you can only heal 1 person, but if you wanted to, I would let you give those 14 points to yourself and then reach out and touch somebody else to give them just 1 point of healing. Is there anyone you wanted to give 1
Anybody
point
want
of
it?
healing
We're
to?
all pretty healthy.
I take it.
Take it.
I'm holding you.
Yeah, I guess he's already touching me. I'll give him 1 point.
Absolutely. You give Norm 1 point of...
No,
No, Norm was at full hit points.
Oh.
But if you give him 1 hit point, then he'd feel like well
Because he just
fed.
likes
Yeah.
it. It feels
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it would make him
Okay,
feel
nice.
good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Good use of that. Absolutely,
overly
100%. Absolutely. In fact, I'll give you, you're at 60 out of 59 right there.
Wow,
You're
look at that.
over 59 hit
That's
points. You're
fucking
over your
huge.
max.
That's
shape of your life.
Good. Listen, brother, we're going to make it through this, all of us.
Absolutely. You feel, he's not even a bard and you feel inspired.
Yeah,
Real good.
that felt good.
Absolutely. And that'll bring us from Greg's turn to Cake's turn. Now, Cake, 2 things I want to point out. Number 1, you automatically know what Wayne is doing up there with his Arcana skill. He's great at Arcana, but there's one person here better at Arcana. It's you. Also, this is when the tadpole into your mind speaks and says something that nobody else has said. It has said to access my power. You can use it better than anyone else here. I could give you the power to mind control everyone on your team if
Everyone?
you wanted to. Yes.
That'd be turning my back on all of them.
But wouldn't it make you better than them?
Screw it. This is fake. This is fantasy
it?
life. This is D&D world.
What do you mean, D&D?
It's different than the real world. I don't feel bad.
No, we're
Certainly is. This
actually
is
on
an
an adventure right
in-character
now.
decision.
No, this is real.
The fuck is D&D?
This is as real as it gets.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
And I'm angered.
No, they're trying to convince me.
No one would know. That's the thing. The tadpole is even telling you this. Your spells require movement of hands and magic words. They know when you cast spells on them, but a psionic attack like this, they would never know until it's too late.
All right, let's do it.
Absolutely. I would like you to roll a wisdom saving throw to access this tadpole's full power. He's giving you advantage on this. Roll 2 times.
18.
18 is already... roll one more time, just see if you crit. It's already enough to do this against everybody here, though.
Crit walk.
Might be cocked, but it's either a 9 or 11.
Moot point then. We'll ignore that. You are taking the 18 plus 7 is a 25. He gives you the chance to cast Dominate Person as a silent psionic attack on every one of your teammates.
We said we weren't going to turn
Four
on each other.
Yeah, what
individuals.
the fuck is
Four
this,
individuals.
Thought words
is
meant
what you can
something.
do.
This is bullshit.
So what's the plan now, Tim?
Would you like to use mind control upon them? The illithid tadpole, the mind flayer tadpole, is in your mind, giving you the power of the mind flayer's Dominate Person spell.
Yes.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm going to need everybody there's 4 people you can get. Ehrlich is unconscious. The only way...
You can't really control someone's mind if they're unconscious.
He says you can control his mind, but only if I prod the tadpole in his head to wake him up. Would you like me to do that?
Yeah.
Absolutely. When you do that, immediately that tadpole tries to wake you up, Ehrlich. Roll me a d20 to see if your tadpole is able to wake you up.
4.
You roll
Or
like
it
a
is
bitch.
not able to wake you up, I'm sorry to say. The tadpole kind of reverberates in his head trying to wake him up, but does not manage to. And the 3 people who are conscious, who you're trying to mind control, go ahead and I need each of you to roll a wisdom saving throw. This is just a d20 roll. You've already used your bardic
17.
inspiration. 17 is enough.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here, Jake.
Cake.
That is...
Cocked. Cocked.
You know what? It looks cocked to me. Roll it right here. Yeah. 11 plus... actually... Let's see. Do I see a wisdom-based skill here? I think you have a +2 on wisdom, but you are not trained at this saving throw, I think. I don't think that is enough, Wayne. Wayne, you are under Cake's control. And how did you do, Greg?
11.
11 is actually, for a paladin, just enough.
Oh,
you have
I'm going to kill him.
on this. A 15 does the trick. So right now, the only person you have control over is Wayne. You can give him orders to do something. What would you like? And he's right at the console. You could run up to him and just tell him, help me with this. And he would give you advantage on doing something with the console if you wanted. Technically, you've used your bonus action so far. You have not used your action yet. Sorry, you've used your action, but it would be a bonus action for you to run up and try to do something with the console. And you could get his help, or you could tell him to do something else with your
I'd like to say, Wayne, can I be your co-pilot steering the ship?
Oh, that's nice.
You could have just asked me that.
Yeah.
Take over my brain.
Absolutely.
That was a pretty decent question to ask.
You command him to do that, or do you just let him do as he wishes?
I'll do it.
Absolutely. You're commanding him, or?
Yeah, I'm commanding.
Absolutely. You are forced to be his co-pilot.
Left hand up.
And now, are you running up and trying to control the ship in some capacity?
Yes.
Absolutely. So run up, and Wayne is giving you advantage on this. Roll 2 Arcana checks. You have advantage on
Is that 20?
Yes, D20. And you have a +7.
11? 14.
14 plus 7 is a 21. If you wish, you think that this engine isn't just an engine to go up or down or left or right. It's an engine to go through the dimensions. You could go to another world if you wanted. Your choices are stay in hell and pilot around here, or go to a different plane of existence, such as you could go back to our world, and then you'd have a big nautiloid ship in our world. You could also go to one of the elemental planes, like the plane of fire or the plane of air or something, or you could go to other dimensions. Like heaven is actually a dimension.
Heaven sounds like a great
You
place
could go.
to be.
There's actually several heavens. So if you're interested in heavens, I'll give you a menu if you want.
Which one has the thousand virgins? Yeah.
Let's see. That would probably be Ysgard, the plane
Okay.
where warriors.
I mean, we could just crash the plane into the
rewarded
ground and go there.
for their great battles.
It sounds like
Yeah.
something that's happened before. Where
Let's all go to
somebody
heaven
takes over
together.
control of somebody else's brain and has them crash a plane into heaven.
See, they thought I was turning on them, but I'm bringing them all to heaven. So I'm doing them a favor.
So you could either go to warrior heaven, that's Ysgard. You could go to animal heaven, that's the Beastlands. You could go to elf heaven. You could go to dwarf heaven. You could go to any of the different
There are dogs
heavens
in
that
animal
you
heaven?
want. There are dogs in animal heaven.
okay.
There's every
Dog
kind of
heaven.
animal. It's kind
As
of
long
like
as
a
I
Native
bring my
American
Zyrtec, we
type
can go to animal heaven.
Does he have his Zyrtec?
Absolutely. You go to the Beastlands, is
Yeah.
that right? Okay.
You're taking us to the Beastlands, man.
Yeah, you want to see dogs?
Absolutely. 100%.
Well, actually, no. That's kind of. What are the other heavens?
The warrior heaven, beast heaven. There's like the lawful good heaven, which is like kind of more traditional heaven, and there's elven heaven, which is like a tree-filled heaven.
Which one has chicks?
Let's see. That would probably be Elysium, the neutral good heaven. Has like the most like it's like everybody's just having an orgasm constantly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got to go
it's
there.
really good. Absolutely.
We can try that one.
Do
if
you
you
need
guys
are you
down.
allergic to cum? Do you need your Zyrtec?
Just for dogs.
You're taking us to Elysium, is that
Yes.
right? Roll me one Arcana check, just see if you know what the concern is about going to Elysium.
Cock die.
Okay.
19.
19.
Nice.
See?
You know the
Helping the
concern
boys out.
is
I'm like a wingman.
anybody who goes to Elysium, it's so perfect there that actually of all the planes, you know, it's the one place where you can pretty much be guaranteed we're not going to run into any danger. The one danger is that you love it so much in Elysium, you have to make a saving throw,
Quick
or else
question.
you don't want to leave.
If you're unconscious, can you have that orgasm feeling?
You cannot, I'm afraid to say. No, you'd be like really missing out
Yeah.
on the best
Well,
experience
when we
possible.
chop the legs, how high do we chop?
Such a good
Because it
question.
came through one swipe, so I don't know if he has a cock.
I'm gonna ask Norm. Did you chop like from the
No, his cock's
thighs
gone. His
down?
cock's gone.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
100%. Seems like he just got it.
But all right. So he can't orgasm, but like,
Yeah.
we made a truce before. I want my boys to, be cool with everything. So could we like maybe play Ookie Cookie with him? With his orgasm on him?
Yeah, you
Okay.
certainly could. 100%.
All right, cool.
Yeah, absolutely. yeah,
Can we heal him so he only has balls?
you could try. Yeah, 100%. Actually, you have that 1 point of healing left, right?
Yeah, I would like to
give that Tim.
I
That's just enough to
I'm
throw
gonna
back
give
like
him
one ball.
I'm gonna give him one ball.
Yeah, he's got
really
a
horny.
ball, 100%. I'll say automatic. You've done that.
Thank
Boom,
you.
you gave
Okay,
him.
you got a
Now, if you give him one ball, he might wake up though. Do you want him to
No,
wake
don't
up,
want
or
him
you
to
want him
wake
to
up.
just be unconscious with one ball? Do you want him to be awake with one ball or unconscious with one ball?
I think it's better if he's awake and he knows.
Let's wake the boy up.
Absolutely. Then you're giving him 1 point of healing. You wake up, Erlich, with no legs, no eyes, and you can feel that you have a single ball. And you're taking us to Elysium
Yes,
right
I
now,
am.
Cake. I would like you to first of all, you kind of reach out and there's these two tentacles. You know what you need to do. You take two of them. They're almost like Venus flytrap things a little bit, and you bring them towards each other and they link together, and you strum it like a guitar string once, ba-ding, and as it reverberates, the reverberation goes through the whole ship. This dimensional rift opens up in front of the ship, and we hurtle through it into just this beautiful golden field. It's the field from the beginning of Gladiator. Remember, he said, you will meet me in Elysium. You see this beautiful golden field down below, and you see this the most beautiful sunrise you have ever seen in your life. And suddenly, Cake, you feel, please roll me a wisdom saving
We
throw.
playing tennis?
Yeah.
Everyone is going to need to make a wisdom saving throw, and anyone who fails their wisdom saving throw does not ever want to leave Elysium. You can make the choice, Wayne, though if he commands you to, you will stay. 7, you don't want to leave, Norm.
That's
Two.
fine. Sounds fucking awesome.
2, who got a 2?
2.
Cake, You don't want to leave, and you're the one piloting the ship.
Okay, that's fine.
16.
16 is enough. As a paladin, you're used to fighting off temptation and stuff. You have control right now.
15.
And 15. Ehrlich, you also just barely have control. But right now, you're the one piloting the ship. Cake, are you letting anyone else? I guess, let me pause you there. Ehrlich, what would you like to do right now? You have a hit point, a ball, no legs, no eyes.
No sword, crossbow.
No crossbow.
No
Crossbow.
crossbow. You feel for your crossbow on your back, it's gone.
His wand is gone too.
Your wand is gone too, your needler's gone. What would you...
I would like to take a light crossbow, shoot it straight up in the air, and just let it come down through my brain.
You go to reach for your light crossbow to kill yourself. You have no crossbow and you must scream. You cannot even find your light crossbow to kill yourself with.
It's like that one music video from Metallica.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's I have no mouth and I must scream. Like you want to kill yourself and you cannot kill yourself.
Yeah.
Bingo. Bow, ba, da, bow, bow,
And he
bow,
can't
bow,
come.
bow. Yep.
I would like to create a minor illusion.
You can do that.
dude.
Yeah. What do you?
There's
what do you
adults
create?
everywhere.
Now, I'll be generous about this. What illusion do you want to do?
I would like the person that Big Cat thinks he's orgasming with looks like a woman, but it's actually a dude.
Okay, so this
don't give a fuck,
beautiful
dude. Come on.
female angel comes swooping in, and this angel wants to have sex with you right now, Big
Nice.
Cat. Are you
Sup?
down for that?
Yeah.
All right, then I'm gonna roll. Perfect. Yeah, the angel bends over. Do you have
Okay.
sex with the angel?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
So hot.
Do you keep the illusion going the whole time?
Immediately after.
Absolutely. Immediately after. You finish up.
Yeah.
And then suddenly you look down, you drop the illusion. This dude angel looks back at you and says, "That was great."
And I'm like, yeah, no shit, bro.
Absolutely, 100%. And because you failed your saving throw against Elysium, you're down for this again. You're having a great time. More angels start showing up. You just get into an angel pile. You're having a blast
come
right
on.
now.
Hank's big fucking move was to make me gay like it's a bad thing.
Absolutely, 100%.
Disgusting.
You fucked an angel, dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't give angel's an angel.
You also notice the angels just start swapping, like they
Yeah.
just change their physical form whenever they want.
Sick.
They're just like changing,
Love it.
oh, you're down, and then they change to.
But I still come, right?
Absolutely,
So who cares?
100%. And because you're in Elysium, the moment you come, you just like want to come again.
Yes.
It feels so
Fuck
good.
yes.
Awesome. You're just recovery time is like 0
Oh,
right
hell
now.
yes.
It's fantastic.
Shout out Blue Chew.
Absolutely. So I guess that was your turn, but also your turn, Norm.
that was
So-
my turn?
Well, I'll say that's a bonus action. If
Okay,
I
all right.
What do you want to do with your action?
Okay. What do we got to do to like? Are we just gonna hang out here? Are we gonna,
Right now, you don't want to leave. All
Yeah.
you want to do is fuck.
So okay. But what do we have to do to complete this mission? Do we have to kill anyone on this ship?
I was really curious where we would land on this. and
Yeah.
It sounds like we might fuck in Elysium for the rest of
I'm
our
down to
lives.
fucking Elysium for the rest of our
Absolutely,
lives.
100%. That's what Cake wants to do. And unless someone can pilot us out of here, we're gonna fucking Elysium until not even until the day we die, for all eternity.
Okay.
We're
Sounds
fucking
like we won the
Elysium.
game.
Okay,
We
yeah.
kind of did right now.
Dragons.
Unless someone really wants
I
to
guess-
it's kind of like I'm curious if the paladin is like, no, I must not. But also it's heaven. So like it's not like a
Right.
paladin
I made
wouldn't
it to
want to chill
heaven.
here.
I just feel so bad for Hank, who just he has a ball but can't come.
Yeah, I guess the last thing I would want to do is maybe if we could, like, he's awake, right?
Yes, he
brain
is.
awake?
Yeah, his
you have an
brain is
action?
conscious, but it is like one. Like he can't see, he can talk, but he can't.
Oh, I know.
hear.
I know. We forgot we have to chop off his arms too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's just finish that.
Or we just hit him in the ball.
Yeah, you know what? I'll just kick him in the ball.
Absolutely. What if you just go to kick him in the one ball?
Yeah. Rage kick, please.
Absolutely. Just roll me a d20 to make sure Elysium doesn't like have an impact on you, stopping you from doing this. That is just enough that you feel this little tingle in your mind, and an angelic voice says, "Aw, don't do it," but you can ignore that voice.
fucking
Yeah,
ignore
absolutely.
it.
Go to
Yep.
kick him.
Okay. Oh, 17.
We'll take that 100%. You have double advantage, but it's a moot point. You kick him in the balls.
Yeah.
As your action 100%.
That's gotta hurt.
Do you kick him so hard that he loses his last hit point?
Yeah, why not? Well, and I want to kick him so hard he pukes too.
Absolutely. Could you just real quick, Hank, roll me a d20 to see if you puke? If you roll high, you don't.
19.
19. You don't puke yet.
Oh, damn
Good
it.
for you.
Absolutely.
Bitch.
Technically, you get 2 attacks per turn. Do you want to kick him again?
You know what? Actually, let's do the light crossbow in the ball.
Absolutely. You fire a light crossbow into his ball.
3.
You have advantage because he's blind. Roll one
Okay,
more
yeah,
time. Technically, you can't go reckless on this
14.
attack, but that's enough. You shoot him in the balls with a light crossbow. He is immediately knocked out at that point.
again?
That is for sure a knockout blow right there. You feel your one ball immediately explode, and you know it was your own light crossbow
Good,
that was
that's how
fired
I
at
wanted
your
to go
ball.
out with my light crossbow.
100%.
He's unconscious now, right?
He is unconscious
Probably
now.
for forever. Can I give him a set of golf clubs that I wanted to give to him when he was conscious?
Yeah, 100%.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, we'll have that be the last
like,
move. 'cause
like
we're-
the
we're
nicest set of
fucking-
golf clubs ever. Hank, I want you to use Ehrlich, I want you to use these. Have fun with them.
That was nice.
I'm dead.
You,
so-
you give him
So you
his
can't use
unconscious
them?
body these. Do you like drop him really heavily on his body or just place it next to him?
Yeah, I drop them very heavily.
Very heavily.
Bury me with some clubs in my light
That is
crossbow.
enough that you take one failed death save. You're
don't-
almost dead as these clubs boom fall in your body right now. Absolutely. Are you doing anything else to him?
Yeah, I probably should do something else to him, right? Can I shave him?
You can, 100%. He has a beautiful gnomish beard.
Yeah,
You can
like a
shave him
sheep,
if you
yeah.
want. 100%.
Yeah, I wanna shear him.
Go ahead and see. Are you trying to make it look good?
No.
Okay, absolutely. Just roll. We'll see.
Rolling like a bitch still.
He's unconscious and now, so you can roll one more time. You have advantage. I mean, you shave off half of his beard,
Okay.
and then he's like shaking a little bit in his sleep, so you can't really get to the other half. So
Okay.
half of his beard is gone, the other half is
Facial
still
hair
there.
than you.
Wait, so half his beard. So we're gonna.
Now, are you careful with that? Because that wasn't that good a dice roll. Were you being careful at least, or were you just being reckless?
I was
and
trying.
shaping the most?
I was trying to be super careful and not hurt him at all. So I hope I rolled good.
Absolutely. Well, you didn't roll very well.
Oh, no.
So,
Fuck.
so unfortunately, you cut him a little bit while you're shaving him. That's
bleed out,
another
Tim?
failed death save. If he gets hurt one more time, actually, that was a melee weapon.
Oh
So
no!
As you go for the shave, suddenly our Nautilus ship bumps. You look down. You cut Ehrlich's throat.
Oh, he's bleeding out.
Way to go, Cake.
Absolutely.
Bleeding out.
Brought you to heaven.
Now, Ehrlich, you bleed out at this point unless somebody helps you. And I'm sorry to say that the Paladin, you've already used up all your healing, giving him his ball back. So you are out of healing
How
magic.
could I have been so short-sighted?
To be fair, you could give him one of your healing spells. That was lay on hands you've used up. You could give him a healing spell, or you could just make a medicine check.
What's the healing spell? Is
The
it a
healing
book
spell
or
would be
something?
called Cure Wounds. You roll a d8 and add +2, and you give him that much healing back.
So if he got a little bit of healing back, like maybe he's alive but is in so much pain for the rest of his life while we fuck.
That would probably be the
Okay.
case. You
no.
think. Yeah.
But he could fuck.
I'm sure.
Or you do know he's a dark warlock. You could just let him die and go to whatever fate his pate.
We made a truce.
No,
we made
absolutely.
a truce.
We're on the
we
same
can't
team
let him
here.
die.
I roll an 8.
100%. You would be rolling a d8 +2, and that's how many hit points he gets back.
So I've rolled a 4.
4 + 2, he gets back 6 hit points, Ehrlich. Now, were you trying to prevent or control what body parts grow back?
Yes.
What do you want to grow back?
I want his ball to reform from the arrow.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
That's just it. Absolutely. A ball grows, and because it's 6 instead of 1 hit point, just one ball grows,
huge.
and bunch of hair grows on
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
Very much.
nice.
You got a fully intact ball right
gave him-
now.
what if you gave him a penis?
Juicy, and you are ready to go, but it's not your turn yet, and that is your action right there. Anything with your bonus action?
What if you give him?
Yeah, I want to pick him up and throw him.
Absolutely. You pick him up and throw him off the
No, I'm
ship,
not going to do that. I'm not
okay,
going to do
absolutely.
Well,
that.
you should. You know what?
do you
should-
throw him?
You should maybe get rid of his body and just leave him as a ball.
Just a ball?
Just a
It's going to
ball.
be just a ball?
Just a ball.
All right, I'd like to chop his body off.
Okay, I think it means you're chopping his ball off, right?
No.
Okay.
He said it correctly. He wants to
Okay.
chop his body off, leave the ball.
Understood.
Play the
All right.
concord.
So I will ask you to please roll an attack with advantage since he is still blind.
And he'll fucking do.
But you have advantage. Roll one more time.
16.
16 is enough that you are using your daggers, is that right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I will say that as a simultaneous dagger attack, you are able, with your bonus, you don't even need to roll the damage. You can cut him off of his ball.
Just a ball?
You have his ball.
No, it's him. That's Hank.
And you think his soul has been... Roll me a religion check to make sure his soul gets pulled into his ball and out of his body as you do
Gladly.
this. Yeah.
A 19.
A 19 is enough. His soul is inside this testicle. You can see this little spirit swirling around.
Yeah.
And it has Ehrlich's face on it.
Oh, nice.
100%. Absolutely.
Okay.
And your Ehrlich, your patron, speaks in your mind and says, I can't help you, man. I'm sorry, you're a ball now. I wish I could help. And you think he could help, but he's not. And so, Greg, well done. That is going to bring us to Cake next. Cake, you don't want to leave Elysium, and you're really the one piloting the ship. What would you like to do right now?
Do they all have partners that they can pleasure themselves
More
with?
and more angels come in and just start fucking. And all the people start coming out of the test tubes, they're all just banging each other right now. All the characters having sex.
I don't think we should leave. I mean,
No, I think
Yeah, I mean,
we should
let's-
stay.
you guys are mad at me. I actually controlled your mind and brought you to the promised
Yeah.
land.
How do we finish this?
should you
just
put
stay?
Should you put Hank's ball in one of our scrotums?
3 balls for one of us.
Yeah.
Do one of you want
No,
3?
no. I think it's like joint custody. We'll just each.
We'll share.
On the weekend.
Yeah.
So we each got.
Absolutely,
We each have 2 1/4 balls.
Oh, actually, you know what? What we could do, we could fish with. We failed once before, but maybe we make a leash for the ball.
You could, 100%. I'd say if you spend time in Elysium just working on that, you automatically make a leash.
Okay,
that
great.
goes around the ball. And it can kind of roll around on its own. It's kind of like Mr. Potato Head a little bit, and like it's on a leash. Ehrlich, I'm going to give you one chance here. Roll me a D20. And if you get a 20, then what's going to happen is you are going, your patron is going to say, you won the what's the ball game again that Hank won recently? The
lottery ball.
The lottery ball. Your patron is going to say you won the lottery ball, and he's going to give you.
have.
What was the number you rolled again? Was it 42?
Is that confirmed, Jake?
Max is a bitch.
Well, we told him we welcomed him to the winner's circle, but he denied it.
So you haven't
You
won.
can't even talk right now. You're a ball
A real hairy one too.
on a
Hank,
leash.
I believe you won on a 42 on the lottery ball. Was that right? 52, my bad.
Okay.
So if you get a 20 on this die right now, your patron is going to pull your soul out of this ball, bring you down to hell, and give you 52 hot devil women to fuck. And he's like, I'll get you out of Elysium, but you have to come to hell and only fuck devil women who are pretty crazy.
Yeah, but they're
So-
bad people, Hank. So I don't know how much you would want that.
20. No.
No. 5 with a 5. He goes, man, I really tried. Sorry. Best of luck being a ball in Elysium. And
man.
I imagine months later, our Nautiloid ship is just still floating through Elysium, but now it has like party lights coming out of it and stuff. There's music thumping inside of our Nautiloid, and we are just nonstop orgy fucking.
Oh, hell yes.
Lloyd.
All of us.
And
For
it's
the
like
rest-
everything our mind can imagine.
Every pleasure you can imagine is
And every
offered
girl
to
we
you.
can imagine?
Every girl, all your favorite foods,
Cowboys
everything you have ever
fans.
desired is in Elysium.
Is there NFL on?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, hell yes.
And every game is like exactly as exciting as you.
Oh,
want.
every over hits?
Every game
Hell
is like going
yes.
into like the most exciting moments,
all
and then
around
as
the
soon as it gets boring, like the channel just changes to like a new, more exciting game, kind of.
So happy. I
Always the
controlled your
Super
mind and
Bowl
led to this.
every day.
Oh, that's
how
fucking
intense it
awesome.
is. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you.
Won
Great
D&D
job.
as far as I'm concerned. Incredible
Thank you,
job.
Tim.
Hank,
Love
any,
it.
any last words for how that went for you?
It's always a blast playing this game with you.
Absolutely, 100%.
Well, Tim, you're the
Billy.
you're the absolute best, Tim.
Thank you.
We
This has
love
been a
having
blast.
you. We're gonna do it again this summer. So thank you. as
Absolutely.
always.
It's a pleasure to be out here for the first time, guys. Thank you. Yeah,
Thank you, Tim.
absolutely.
Yes. Okay. That's the show.
We had a ball.
Hell yeah. Absolutely.
All right, numbers, boys.
18,
40.
41.
20.
41. $77. I feel like we've gotten that a bunch of times. How many times?
Love you guys.
numbers.
Third time, which is the most in the new era.
Love you guys.